Oh man. Oh, what the hell is going on right now, man? Guys, I've been on a live talking for like 20 minutes and I went back to my YouTube channel. I see you guys all in my chat. It did not link up with the time slot. I don't know what's going on here, but thank you for tuning in. Thank you for coming through. He says round one fell asleep. Nah, brother, I didn't fall asleep, man. It's just that, man, everything, it didn't link up. I don't know what the hell was going on. I've been on for like 25 minutes, bro. Just talking with by myself and shit. And it didn't put up my thumbnail. It didn't do anything. What's up, Frontline in the building? Yo, 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 what up, baby? How you guys doing? There you guys are. Man, bro, I was sitting here like, what the hell is going on? You guys can hear me loud and clear? You know what I'm saying? Listen, Frontline. Yo, Frontline, listen. Man, I gave you guys all my good shit already. Stop the cap. Bro, listen. Yo, Vince was like, round one fell asleep. I saw your message in the thing. You guys could go back to my live streams. You're going to see where I cut the live off at. Yeah. What's up, guys? What's up, guys? Listen, anyway, guys, I want to talk about this Naoya Inoue and Junto Nakatani fight. I just gave what I think it was an amazing breakdown with no audience. So you like I done gave away my good shit already. So if you guys got the time, go check out that like last 10-15 minute live stream where I was talking about the fight. But we was on the other live. Yes, you were. You were on the other one. For some reason, sometimes the system glitches out. What happened was, as you guys are gonna see tonight, picture's gonna be clear. Ain't gonna be no interruptions because your boy got the fucking the internet shit all fixed up today. I had the guy come out. I pulled all new shit. The signal's kicking on all cylinders. So yeah, 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 yeah. Absolutely. Listen, anyway, before we go any further, right? I just wanted to do something for my grandson, right? So I end up talking to my grandson the other day. And if you can't tell by the glasses, you know what I'm saying? I'm on my real billionaire shit, right? Because he asked me, he said, Grandpa, I saw you on YouTube. I said, Did you? He said, Yeah. He said, Are you a superhero? Well, he didn't say it in those exact words, but that's exactly what he meant. I know it, right? So basically, I was like, your grandfather's a big, he might be a big thing. So tonight, real quick, for my little nephew, he's probably watching out there in Philly. He's all of 10 years old and shit. You know what I'm saying? By the way, that's little Edwin the third, right? Check it out. I got a little surprise for him. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let my nephew know. Not my nephew. I'm sorry, my grandson. I'm gonna let my grandson know that. Have I been calling my nephew? I probably have. My grandson know that his grandpa. See, probably because I don't want him to be yelling grandpa too much. Shh, 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 shh. I call him nephew. You know what I'm saying? That's probably why in my head, right? But I just wanted to give him a little shout out to my grandson and shit out there in Philly. And I wanted to show him what his grandfather was doing out here and shit. So I got a little something special for him. And I'm gonna reveal grandpa's superhero identity tonight on the live. Yes, you heard that correctly. I don't know if you figured out who I am. If anybody out there says Spider-Man, you would be wrong. Anyway, listen, without further ado, I think this is really cool, right? I want you guys to enjoy this with me too. Check this out. Check it out. Grandson, I told you I'm a superhero. Yo, frontline, don't you tweak out on me. Oh, yeah, baby. Hey, yo, check this out. Jarvis, open the suit. Yeah, that just happened. That just happened. Yo, check this out. Yo, Jarvis, close the suit. Yeah, that just happened right there. Yes, your grandfather is Iron Man. Jarvis, open the suit. Grandpa is Iron Man. Yo, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want to reveal my secret identity. You guys probably thought I was Tony Stark the entire time. Those out there that thought I was that, I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here fighting crime and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? For my grandson. I also have nephews too. So anyway, you know what I mean? Yo, listen. Yo, well, hold on. Jarvis. No, don't do that, Jarvis. Don't self-destruct. Chill out, Jarvis. Jarvis, turn on backup power. Oh, yeah. Hey, yo, Jarvis, close the mask. Yo, you don't want to see these two red eyes coming at you in an alley. You don't want to see that. You don't that Jarvis. Turn off combat mode. Yeah, let's ease things up. Let's just ease it up. You know what I mean? You don't want none of that. You don't want none of that right there. No, you don't. Jarvis, open mask. Yeah, that shit just happened. That shit is crazy. Yo, that shit does not get old. Hold on. Jarvis. Hold up. I'll take it from here, Jarvis. Hold on. Yo, hold on. Wait. This shit is crazy. This shit is crazy. Hold up. Yo, this shit is crazy. Y'all be here all day fucking around with this shit. Yo, grandson. Grandpa's Iron Man. Hey, yo, listen. If you got any problems in school, you tell them your grandfather is Iron Man. Yo, that's what it is, bro. This shit is tight. Yo, this shit does not get old. Yo, let's run this shit right here, too. We got mad devices. Yo, we should get the lifesaver, huh? Who could I be? I'll be like a Fortnite character and shit. Have like the lifesaver as my fucking thing and be an Iron Man. I'm a fucking Fortnite dude, right? Yo. I'm not sure if y'all rock with Fortnite though. I really don't. I'm more of a Call of Duty guy myself. I'm more of a Call of Duty guy. But right now, I'm fucking Iron Man, bro. Yo, Jarvis, close the suits on these fools. Roll out. Jarvis, open the mask. Yo, open the suit. Oh, that's it. That's a fly shit. That's a fly shit. Yo, what? Hold up. Yo, Sometimes I'll be doing shit. I don't know if it's for them or for me. I don't know. I don't know. It might be for me. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Damn, there goes them speakers. I don't use them anyway. But anyway, yo, check it out. What? Ha 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 ha. You play Call of Duty online, bro? You don't want to run into me. You don't want to run into me in Call of Duty. Yo, that be the last. You be like, fucking sniper. Yo, that's the last thing you hear. Yo, I'll be peeling them. Yo, I haven't actually been rocking Call of Duty lately. I actually been on that motherfucking Tom Hanks fucking Ghost Recon. I've been rocking out on that on the maps and shit and Ghost Recon. Yeah, because you got to break away from the Call of Duty. That shit gets repetitive. Like, I like to play rank play. That's all I play in Call of Duty, rank play. Bam. Get your one SMG and your fucking one, AR, and let's rock. That's it. I just made your day, bro. Yo, that shit is the shit. Yo, it's like my grandson, right? My grandson, like, um, he lives far away. He lives all the way out in Philly and shit. So I was like, I'm gonna do a video and shit and put some shit, but I be going overboard and shit. My wife be like, "Yo, you could have just bought a regular fucking." I was no. If you're gonna do it, you got to do it right. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I don't know if I do it more for myself. She was like, "What the hell's the suit for?" And the glasses. She's like, "Where my Tony Stark glasses?" I know y'all seen them billionaire Tony Stark shits, right? You guys noticed these was the Tony Starks from the movie, right? I hope you did. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I was like, I was like, I wish my parents went through above and beyond to make me fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, but anyway, yeah, man, I wanted to do that, I guess, if I think about it, for us. The kid inside of me still lives on. He's always gonna live on, man. You guys see the lightsaber up there? Stop playing. You know what I mean? I'm just into shit like that, and not like real hardcore and shit. Like, I don't go to Comic Cons like crazy like that into like, but I respect some of the things I grew up with and shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's always cool. If I fuck around and see a Transformer, like an original one, I'm buying that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, that's how I be. But anyway, I was playing with what? Modern Warfare 2019 for like a month, but this Saturday, what? I can't see that. This Saturday started playing COD 2. You started playing COD 2 this Saturday? Nah, you don't want to fuck with me right now. You might as well just join me. You know what I mean? And I'll rock out with you and shit. You know what I'm saying? Send me your game tag and shit, and we'll link up and shit. I like messing around on Call of Duty every now and then. I haven't played in a while. You know what I'm saying? I might be a little rusty. It'll take me one or two games and I'll be on it. I'll be on it, man. I'm not the best in the world or anything. Nah, I get my ass kicked all the time, but I like rocking out in it. But like I said, for rank play, sometimes the maps get repetitive. Sometimes I'll step away for them so that way I don't know the map, so that it's that much more challenging. Once I know every corner, every fucking, it kind of gets boring after that. You know what I mean? For me. So, but I rock out, bro. I always rock out. Yeah, my PlayStation's right here. My monitor's right here. Look, and you could tell I'm not like the extreme gamer, but I also don't stay behind the curve. You know what I mean? Like, look at my control. Yeah, that's a dual action one where you can take out the pieces. You know what I'm saying? I got like the extra buttons underneath the control right here. See? And you take them out. That's that's a button underneath. You put it in. They're magnetic. This control's like 200. When I bought it, it was like I think it was like 230 or some shit. $230 for this control. So like my buttons are down here, my slide, my jump. I'll be tearing dudes up, bro. Yeah. But yeah. I still don't see the super belt by hanging up yet. It should be visible. Yo, we don't got a spot for it. I'm about to put the fucking Iron Man helmet somewhere up here or something. You know, I just got that helmet like not even 48 hours ago. That helmet is brand new. I just bought that shit. I'm about to put this shit on a Vince Lombardi trophy or something. You know, Iron Man shit. Yeah. I don't know, but the super belt, that shit is funny as shit. I love it. I love it. It sparked a lot of controversy, but at the same time, you know, a lot of people, about boxing fans, were with it. You know what I mean? So I gotta admit, yeah. And like, you know, we talk about belts. You're talking about this Naoya Inoue and Junto fight card. You know, there's a lot of great fights on this card. Oh shit, Frontline, what it do? You in the building? You over here on the side? I'm over here chattering up like a chatterbox. You didn't even let me know you were over there. I didn't even see you. Hold on, let me get my headphones. What up, Frontline? You like that?
Yo,
Right?
yo, that shit was fire for the grandson, man.
Yo, you like that? You like?
Yeah, shout out to little Edwin over in Philly.
Yeah, Edwin the third, and the
Yo,
third.
yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
Edwin the third.
Yeah. Because I got me, Edwin Jr., now Edwin the third, and he's already 10. We might fuck around and get Edwin the fourth. I'll live all of them. I'll live to 120. You know what I mean? Yo,
Hey,
that shit is dope though, right?
hey, yo, shout out to the chat though.
What up?
I'm gonna go back. Itachi says, "Did y'all see Son of a Legend get the dub? We up, Mexico. What's new? Round one, frontline waiting for you." Says Bull Rider. Connor says, "Yo, round one.
Salute.
You ready for the fights this weekend?"
Oh, hell
Absolutely.
yeah. Hell yeah. We got
Vincent,
too much action.
we're gonna get to it. We got a lot to talk about. Vincent, laughing emojis. Uh, what was on the other live? Oh, he said we was on the other live. Listen, whatever the fuck Edwin just told y'all was all cap. He wasn't talking to nobody.
Nobody. Nobody.
Nobody. He wasn't
Zero.
even live.
No, I was live. It's on. It's if you go to my channel,
He was on for like 20 seconds on a totally different live though.
yeah, because I rebooted the reboot to try to like get into this live where like, yo, the system glitched out so much that it didn't even put up my thumbnail that I spent all day working on with Naoya Inoue and Junto. I got a
Uh,
thumbnail for today's live, but I think what happened was the tech supporter came out today to my house and they like gave me like a new modem, a new router type shit. They ran new wires all the way outside. So I know like my shit's not gonna freeze up or glitch. And now if I probably go and show you a fight, it's not gonna be like pausing. You know, it's just gonna stream.
yeah, that's what's up. Moving on
Yeah.
up.
So I think that's what happened. I think because today, actually, you know how when they give you like a new modem, you got a new
You got to program
password,
all
a
that
new
all your devices right to
on
that shit
all
again.
my devices. I had to go around all the house and this room and that bedroom downstairs in my daughter's room. That's what I was doing. And I think when I set up the live stream this afternoon, it was before the tech got here. Once the tech got here, that's what threw everything off. And you guys were sitting in a live stream waiting for me that the system wouldn't recognize.
Talking hella shit.
Yeah, I was sitting up there, man. I was sitting there like zero people watching. I was like,
Round one, aka Captain 420.
no, no, that wasn't my fault today. Stop it. It wasn't because I was baked or anything. I'm usually
Amazing.
baked. You know what I mean? But no,
Talk,
no, it
talk,
wasn't because of that. And it
Talk Trend
wasn't
says
because of the
amazing. Hold
stunners.
on, let me catch up with the chat, Edwin. Then we're gonna get at it.
Go ahead, catch up
Uh,
to the chat. Go ahead, go ahead.
Talk Trend says amazing. Vincent says nice. Jab back says ha ha ha. Just made my day, man. Connor laughing. Um, Bull Rider says you're giving Two Tone too much content. My
Yo,
wife said that shit. My
long as
wife
they
said that shit
always
was
talking
fire.
about you, it's always good content.
You heard? My wife said that shit was fire. I've been playing Call of Duty online. You read those? Let me see what else we got here.
Yeah, I feel like doing a
You
whole
read
fucking
that.
segment video like this. Hey Jarvis, turn off backup power. Nice.
You're gonna keep that shit. Yo, all right. So work hard, chill. What up? He says, both monsters will prevail. I'm hyped this year, Cinco de Mayo. Last year was hard staying up till 5 a.m. 3 nights in a row with those born fights for Inoue and Caldenas to save it. Last year says Fee. Fi.
Facts.
Fo. Fo.
Facts.
All right, let's listen. Before we get into the Inoue, before we get into the Benavides, um, did you see the undercard for the Zayas versus Boots?
Yeah, I was going through it in fact earlier today, and I was seeing a lot of pretty interesting fights on that card. You want to break that card down?
I mean, real quick, we got Jahai Tucker versus Yuri Cedeno.
Stop right there. Stop. Uh that's a hold on, hold on. Iron Man. I mean Jarvis. Jarvis.
Jarvis.
Open suit. Open the suit. Okay, Jarvis, you gotta let me talk. I gotta break down boxing, Jarvis. I can't be playing around with you, Jarvis. Chill. No, Jarvis, no more playing. Stop. All right. Um, Let me put that down right there. Yo, that Cedeno fight is a good fight in a lot of different ways. Um, the problem with that is, okay, if my memory serves me correctly, right? Uh, didn't Homeboy lose to Nicholas Flas?
Yes.
And Nicholas Flas got destroyed by Tiger Johnson.
Yes.
How do you see this fight?
To be honest, I like Cedeno.
I like
But
Cedeno. Okay, does it give
this
him
is
the
a
credibility? Does
huge.
it actually give him the credibility seeing what Tiger Johnson did to Nicholas Flas? The only loss this man suffered to was Nicholas Flas. What do you think? Has he gotten better since then? What?
Well,
What?
okay, so obviously this is a huge step up for Cedeno. Now that Top Rank is signed to the zone, I think they're gonna stop babying their fighters and they're gonna put them into with tough opposition. For Cedeno, I think Jahai Tucker I got Cedeno winning. I got Cedeno winning, but it's a huge step up for Cedeno because Jahai Tucker has been proven. I'm not saying he's the greatest fighter, but he's got a chin.
Well, he's been proven on that level right there. I think that Jahai Tucker and Cedeno fight has a potential of being a great fight on this fight card.
Yes.
Uh, I think that the Cedeno is coming to make a statement. Him and his brother, both of them, La Bazooka. Ironically, they share the same name, the same, boxing name.
Alias.
Right, alias, correct. And But I really think that Jahai Tucker, if you can beat him, if you can beat him, um, what would that do for your career in the sense of like, you know,
I
does it
think if he beats Tucker, he's definitely gonna be stepped up in competition
okay, but
moving
how
forward.
far?
Oh, pretty far, pretty far. You got to understand, Jahai Tucker was one of the first couple guys that signed the top rank that was quote unquote promising until Nicholas Flas hurt that plan for them.
Yeah. And
Um,
then you know what makes it so bad for me, right? They're like, yo, Jahai Tucker, right? We have a lot of high hopes and expectation for Jahai Tucker. Jahai Tucker's this, he's that, he's this, he's that. And then the way that Tiger Johnson beat the guy that beat him, the way that Tiger Johnson beat Nicholas Flas, and Nicholas Flas is a Puerto Rican fighter. Trust me, I love my Puerto Rican fighters, right? But he didn't look like he belonged
Now
in
on
the
that night he
ring
was
with him.
Dominican. He was Dominican that
He
night.
was Dominican on that night.
Yeah, he was Dominican.
He was a sucker. Yo, check it out. Yeah, but I like that fight. So break down the rest of the card. So we got that one, and what else do we have on the
Then we
David?
got Ben Whitaker
Nice.
versus Richard. Oh, I forgot his last name. Hold on, let me look it up real quick because I feel like a dick right now.
I just want to touch on that before you find his name, his opponent's
Richard
name, look it
Rivera.
up.
Rivera.
Okay. All right. Okay. How can a man, if you're asking yourself at home, Ben Whitaker, right? How are you thinking, didn't you just headline your own fight out there in the out there in the British, right? Why is it that you're coming to America and you're not even the co-main event? You might not even be the co-main event. You might be like the third fight of the night. Why would a man leave from over there if it's so good over there? If the grass was greener on that side, why would you come over here? Because the
I think
truth is much more simpler than that.
well, I think what they're doing is they're introducing him to the US market because he's
You're
never fought on
damn
US
right they
soil.
are. You're damn right they are. That is exactly what they're doing. They're not looking to headline. They're looking for a few good American stars so that they can showcase their fighter to go back over there to take fans with them. That's promotion 101. Ed Hearn is taking this guy and telling him, don't get a big head. Don't think that you're a star everywhere. You might be a star here, but we got to take this show on the road. You understand? Same thing like if you was to view it, Errol Spence Jr. can sell in Texas, Dallas, Texas. But could he sell in the Philippines? Could he sell, you know what I mean? Like Terrence Crawford. Omaha, he can sell there. Jerron Boots Ennis can sell in Philly. But can Jerron Boots Ennis sell in Boston? Could he? Could he sell in North Dakota? I don't know. I don't think so. So that's why Ed Hearn is one of the best promoters I think right now currently in the game. Don't sleep on that man. I don't like everything that comes out of that man's mouth. A lot of the stuff is controversial at least, Uh, but I can't deny his promoting skills. To get to get his fighter Ben Whitaker on that fight card in New York City with Xander Zayas and Jerron Bucenis, which is another one of his fighters. You see the pattern and the connection where that he knows how to build the fighter. Ed Hearn, he really does, and I like the fact that he's bringing them and showcasing them on this card right here in particular. What else we have on the fight card?
We have El General
Oh,
Emiliano Vargas versus Bryce. Shit, Mills. I think his last name. Wills, some shit like. Let me see. Hold on. I hate giving out
I gotta look this guy up to see if
Mills. Bryce
I
Mills.
don't know nothing about him. I don't know any.
Bryce Mills is a decent, decent step up for Emiliano.
Is he?
And
That's what I
here's
want to
why
know.
I
Tell me.
here's he's 22 wins, one loss, nine knockouts. Who does he have under his belt as far as fights? His last fight was against Julio Rosa. That was back in April of 26.
All right.
He just fought he just fought last month and he's fighting again. No names that he's fought. I don't think there's any. He fought Larry Flyers, which is the same guy. I think, if I remember correctly, that No, not
Not
Xander. Was
Sanders.
it? Yeah, Xander fought. Xander did fight him. Yes. Um,
What weight is Emilio competing at right now?
40.
Right.
Okay, so when he fought Xander, Bryce didn't fight. One of his opponents fought
Oh, one of
Xander,
his
and that was at
opponents.
47.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
one of his opponents.
I'm a little confused here. I was like, okay, where you going? Like, okay, yes, all right. I like that fight.
But he's got good boxing skills. It'll be a decent test for Emiliano. I think Emiliano's gonna win this one for sure, like by a long shot.
I haven't checked my messages. I'm sorry about this, guys. Sometimes anybody that's messing out to me, I'm real busy. But I haven't seen if Keith Cologne actually was able to get on this card. I was rumored that he was trying to negotiate and find an opponent for the young
They're
man.
looking for an opponent to this day.
Yeah,
He's trying to get on there.
right.
Um, Rocky's in the building. He says, "I think Junto can pull off an upset. I think he'll look better than he did his last time."
I as
Oh, Rocky, we're gonna get to that for sure.
okay. First of all, I think that's my coach, right? Um, and
It's Rocky Rodriguez.
yeah,
Yeah,
it
that's
might
him.
be.
Well, I don't know if that's your
Yeah,
coach, but that's
but
his name on there.
that's my coach's name. So I wonder if he's like I'm thinking. But as far as Junto's game plan, I've always said this. I've even talked about this with several coaches and stuff. That I've always said that a good game plan can um pull off the heist of the century. There's enough footage on Naoya Inoue to understand his mannerisms, his styles, and what he does in certain situations. In boxing, I've even been studying boxing much further, much deeper than what I thought boxing was. I'm always a student of the game. I even went out as far as ordering myself this book, The Martial Arts of Boxing. And I've been reading this book. Now, like everything in my life, this book is very, so far, it's been very insightful. And it does have the right mindset and concept of boxing. So far, from what I've read, I've only read a few chapters. That's it. And I will continue to read it. But like everything that I read or I learn, I'm always looking to add to it. And I'm always to looking to see if you could there's other things you can take from it. But I'm pretty sure that this book is going to get to my answers and my questions that I have. I'm pretty sure of it. Um because there's something about fighting that at a certain level, the dance is kind of repetitive. What you gotta do at Naoya Inoue's and Junto's level, you gotta outsmart the guy. You gotta, and what we consider baiting him. It's not easy to bait a world class fighter, but it maybe I should switch the word rather than baiting him, than to trick him. Because if he starts to pick up on your nat and your correct boxing technique, I think the best thing to do at their level is to be a little spontaneous. Do things at certain points he doesn't expect, like that. I think that a good game plan to beat Naoya Inoue with a good coach, Rudy Hernandez, um, and you got Junto. He's a great student. He's a great student. Look, there's no Superman in boxing. So when all these analysts and these book writers and everybody try to break down people almost into a system, if I do this, you're supposed to do that. That's going to work for a very long time in your career, throughout your amateurs, throughout the beginning of your pro career. That will work. Yes. At this level, the game is a bit more different. They know exactly what they're going to do. Like when coach Hector Bermudez talked about TJ Johaney fighting Naoya Inoue. He said, do this and this. By time TJ Doheny went to throw the punch, Naoya Inoue was already here with it. He was already countering what he knew you were going to do. Why? He was reading you. And he did this, he got that reaction. That's information. He did this, he got that reaction. That's information. A good coach and a good student is going to give off false information. They're going to do things in the ring sometimes that's going to make him think. And that's the kind of boxing match I believe these two are playing, Naoya Inoue and Junto. It's much more higher. It's where that I believe this fight right here has 12 rounds written all over it. We're going to the scorecards on this one. There's a part of me that says a knockout will occur. 8th, 9th, 10th. I've always said it. But the more I look at Junto today, I realize he has enough to survive. Didn't Alan David Picasso just survive 12 rounds? Did,
No, no, no. You're saying it wrong. He's got enough to win.
didn't MJ survive 12 rounds? Neither of those guys proved that they even won at least, just at least, 4 rounds against Naoya Inoue. And Naoya Inoue's career, that's the magic number. Nobody, when I went back and looked, has ever beaten Naoya Inoue for 4 rounds in anything, whether you spread it out, make it, that's not going to happen. He hasn't lost more than 4 rounds in any fight he's ever been. And the
Listen, Edwin, you're missing one
you're
key
going to
point
have
here.
to try to go ahead.
You're missing one key
What is
point.
that?
It's for the best of Japan. You don't think both fighters are gonna bring it? Junto's definitely gonna bring it.
Nah,
And by the way, shout out to Fun Truck in the
I
building,
wish they did.
Carcass Boxing in the building, Koki in the building.
Yo, Koki.
Rocky says
Yep.
Rocky says no round one. I'm a Border Wars
Oh,
fighter.
okay, okay, good. Thank you. All right, all right. I thought you was Rocky. Roger, my coach. That's my coach's name.
So yeah, see, he even said it, Japan versus Japan. So pride is on the line. That's what I'm saying. That's the one key thing you're
No, I'm
missing.
not. No, I'm not. That was the one thing that I was adding into the equation a month ago when me and you were talking. And I said that
Junto about to light his
I said
ass
that
up.
I think that Shingo is gonna take the leash off Naoya Inoue, and knowing
And that's where he's gonna
and
get
Naoya
clipped and he's gonna
Inoue,
get dropped and he might not get
that
up.
you see, the more you talk, the more you solidify what I'm trying to explain here. That's why I don't think it's gonna be like that, because if you just let him go, the possibility of Junto cracking is there. So I think it's gonna be a more smarter fight. I don't think they're gonna go in there no more like two samurais and jump and ching, and then one of them drops type
You
shit.
you don't think they're gonna go to El
No,
Tomelame?
no, because they would be foolish. They both of them got too much to lose. Don't you see that Junto is actually trying to win this fight? He really
What do you mean trying? He is
he
gonna
wants
in
to
the
win this
new.
fight, and you know there's a rematch clause put in place, because if you guys are not familiar with boxing, when you are a mandatory, there is no rematch clause put in place. As a mandatory, you only get one shot at the title, and then the next man up type shit, right? Okay. So, um, uh, uh, Junto was not the mandatory to none of his belts. Remember, Junto moved up for 118, got a tune-up fight with Hernandez, and then Naoya Inoue, because it was the right fight to make. Fight fans, the people, everybody wanted this fight. So it was the fight to make, yes, but it wasn't a mandatory. So automatically, whether they announced it or not, I would have to believe for four belts and the ring that if you took a voluntary, there's a mandatory um, rematch clause put in place. There has to be, because that was just like, remember when Alberto Puello fought Subriel Matias? Subriel Matias was not the mandatory. Alberto Puellos gave him an opportunity. So rightfully so, he was supposed to get that rematch, which right now with him and Dalton Smith, that reports are saying that fight is canceled. So that's how that works. So you better believe if Junto beats him, he doesn't have to beat Naoya Inoue one time. He has to beat him twice. So just remember that.
He'll do it 3 times if he has
Shut
to.
up. Shut up. It's not happening. It's not happening.
Oh, we're gonna be here bright and early to get it. No,
Oh, yo,
no,
I'm gonna have my
no.
billionaire stunners on. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be up here like this. What's up? Yo,
Hey, Carcast wants you to drop the link if you want to drop it.
absolutely, absolutely. I'm dropping it right now.
That's Chicago Kills, by the
You know
way.
who he is. You know exactly who Car Crash is.
Car crash, Carcast.
Car Crash. I done changed his
Yo,
name.
all right. So all jokes aside, all jokes aside, I know you got in a way. I know you got in a way. I know you got in a way. But in all reality, how do you see the fight playing out
Okay,
from, let's just say, from like round one? You're saying it's going to the scorecard. So 1 through 12. Do you see it as a back and forth type, like one round for Inoue, one round for
I
Junto?
don't
Do you
know.
see a clean
I
sweep?
don't know. To be honest with you, my heart is with Naoya Inoue because of the fact that he's proven to me that he's the fighter that I choose to back up. I choose to back him up. I see the talent and the greatness in him as a fighter, and that's why I back him up. But that doesn't mean he's gonna win, right? Okay. To tell you the truth, both these fighters got to make the kind of reads that is going to determine fights. It really will. Because there's a point in the fight where Naoya Inoue, you can freeze him with a jab. He'll stand there. I notice whenever he does that is because he's actually giving the opponent the ability to hit him. He wants to make situations happen. Junto is a good fighter. I think that Junto is going to try to come out and he's going to use more like a circling jab with Naoya Inoue. He's gonna be trying to go like this and stepping around him to try to get Naoya Inoue to come in. The way that Junto fights, right? Typically, sometimes he likes to rely on the fact that he counters his opponent's entry. That's what he does. When he gets his opponent to throw the jab, he's long, he shifts like this, and he goes under the jab, under their shot. Then what he does is he tries to get the fighter to engage with him in chaos. The only downfall, well, not only, one of the only downfalls that Junto has, he stays in the pocket when he starts to exchange big. He's willing to try to play the 50-50. I don't I wouldn't recommend to do that with a puncher like Naoya Inoue too. You're both respectfully strong. Yes, that 50-50 can play in your favor. Yes, it can for Junto. But that's a big risk. You can lose everything in one of those transactions. So I thought that Junto would rely heavily on trying to make Naoya Inoue to come in. Now, Naoya Inoue's entry, how's he going to do it? He same way I think whenever Naoya Inoue wants the guy to start to engage, what did he do? The three punches. Pop, pop. If you bite for the shot downstairs, over the top on the head, right on the forehead. He always does that. And it's gonna come down to who's patient, timing. This fight right here definitely is gonna come down to timing, patience, uh the right kind of pressure, the when and the where. Uh it's gonna come down to that, but the fight has 100 scenarios where it can fall apart. I'm trying to tell you, if Junto Nakatani catches Naoya Inoue flush, he might have the kind of speed, power, and IQ to stay on top of Naoya Inoue, not like Roman Cardenas or Luis Pantera Nari, where they couldn't get to him. I think that if he gets in trouble or hurt in this fight, Naoya Inoue, depending where the time, everything, it's all a factor. This is the highest level you're going to get in boxing. All elements are added into this fight. Naoya Inoue's recuperating power, the way he took shots, got up, recuperated it, took over the fight.
That's what I was gonna ask you, Edwin. I'm not. I don't follow Junto too much, but the question is: Junto a finisher or not? And what I mean by that is, if he was to hurt in a way or knock in a way down,
Okay.
does he go for the kill or is he more reserved? I don't know. I don't know Junto that well. I just know he's gonna beat the shit out of in a way.
Yeah, right.
So
Check this out. Junto will never beat anyway, but anyway, I'll play along. What's gonna happen is, you see, you want to take shots, I'll take them back. Right? Check it out. What's gonna happen is, what I think is that Junto, he's a good fighter. He's good enough to survive. A lot of the fighters that go into the fight with Naoya Inoue, it seems like they have a game plan, but not too much long. Shortly into the fight, they're like figuring out ways to survive. They forgot what they came here to do. And he puts that kind of pressure on you. Naoya Inoue is a smart fighter, and I just want to publicly come out and say, before you started being too harsh on these fighters and judging them like robots or Superman, there is no Superman. Naoya Inoue does several things in the ring wrong. He does. But what fighter doesn't? There is no mythical fighter in the world that is just flawless. So all that shit about what this guy does, I had to be honest with myself. When Naoya Inoue and when Junto has someone hurt, he kind of comes down there and he lowers his elbows a lot. Junto, a lot of his game has to do with level changing. When he knocked out Maloney, he level changed down, came over the top, and knocked him out. But Maloney was a beaten fighter by that point. Um, can you really point out what fight did Junto one punch the guy? Just one punch, boom, and knocked him out. Or was it a punch, another one, another one, another one, accumulating of rounds, finally broke him down, then knocked him out? Was it like that? Or was it like Naoya Inoue in the World Series of Boxing against Payano? 70 seconds, one jab, boom, out cold. To a man that's never been knocked out in his entire career. Does Junto do that? Right? Okay. Then you got to,
Well, Junto don't need
all
to do
right.
that. You're giving me a word salad right now that I ain't
The
asked for.
problem is, okay, you almost said something, Frontline.
No, you almost. I
Almost
asked you a simple
said
question.
something.
Does Junto have the killer instinct in him
Of
if he
course.
was to
Of
hurt
course.
in a
Of
way or
course.
knock him
Of
down?
course. Yes, he
Because, for
does.
an
Yes.
example, Devin Haney knocked down Norman Jr. and we all know that he knocked down Prograis as well. He doesn't have the killer instinct. He doesn't go for the kill. My question, because I don't watch Junto that much, so I'm asking because you watch those lower weight classes more than I do. Does Junto have the killer instinct if he hurts Inoue or knocks him down? Can he get Inoue out of there
Yes.
after he? Okay,
Yes.
that's what I wanted to know.
100%.
Shout out to Ordinary says round one, Junto doesn't care about the claw. They're making fun of the way you say claws, but
All
it's all
right.
good. Um, Ella says, can't wait for this fight. Team Inoue. Rocky says this is the new Eric Morales versus
Barrera.
Barrera.
Yo, listen, I wish this would be that, huh? Like get three fights with them. Oh my God, right? That would be epic. But,
Well, that means that Inoue's got to take a loss then, and you don't
and
want
the
that.
thing is, no, 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 no. You see, they name streets after you. You think one way, Frontline. But anyway, check this out. Check this out. You like to take shots at my boy? I gotta take shots at you. Check this out.
Hey, grandson, if you're watching, don't listen to your
No,
granddaddy.
no, Grandpa is Iron Man. All right, so listen to everything I say, and you shouldn't be up this late. Anyway, um, check, where the hell was I? See, you done messed up my train of thought. You done messed up my train of thought. I got my grand.
You said that they named streets
Oh,
after
I
me
know that.
because I only think one
But which
way.
way? Which way? What was you? What say? Repeat what you ever Filoni baloney you were saying. Just repeat it.
Dude, I even forgot because I was laughing my ass off over
Listen.
here. No, you was talking about anyway. Junto having the killer instinct in him.
Nah, nah, that's what you were talking
Nah, we
about.
was past
We
that.
was
We was
past
past
that.
that.
Yeah, you
Damn, I
yeah.
forgot.
See what I'm saying? Yo, my co-host has been sipping on that funny juice. You know what I mean? And now he can't.
Nah, it's root beer. It's root beer.
It's root beer. Yeah, and the funny juice, and he don't know where the fuck we at. Can't wait to see the anyway fight. This is the newest. What? No, Morales. Okay, we read that. All right. So since we don't know what the hell we were talking about, I'm.
Oh, we was talking about the trilogy. Because
Oh
I
yeah,
said
that's right.
if you go to
Okay,
another one,
okay, 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 okay.
anyway would have to lose,
Right.
right? And you said no,
Wrong,
wrong.
wrong. No, because
All
the
right.
trilogy can continue if, say, Naoya Inoue won and he will move to 126. Junto can just follow him. He go to 126. What if Junto goes up there and he's successful and he gets a belt and they meet up again? Just like Nonito Donati, right? He fought Naoya Inoue, and in fact, he is the only fighter in Naoya Inoue's fighting record that he fought twice. He's the only man he ever fought twice. And the way he was able to do that, he went and got something Naoya Inoue needed. the other piece, the other world title. So just because if you look at it like if Naoya Inoue wins, this won't be Antonio Morales, type fights. And I said no, no, because there is a way they can continue. And then what if Junto goes up to 126 and beats Naoya Inoue? Now we got a third fight. You know what I'm saying? And it can continue. But there's other ways that it could, and who else could be like a big rival to Naoya Inoue? Could it possibly be Bruce Carrington?
Shushu. Shushu. Yep.
Shushu? Because Shushu said in
Shushu
an
gone.
interview, and I quote, out of Shushu's mouth, first of all, he got Naoya Inoue in the fight against Junto.
Right.
Shushu said himself, I don't think that Junto's ready for Naoya Inoue. Why? Naoya Inoue, I believe, is the best fighter in the world. Out of Shushu's mouth. Then he went.
Besides him, finish his
Then he
statement.
went on to
Besides
say.
him.
Then he went on to say, I think he's the best fighter in the world in that division. I'll be
Exactly.
waiting for him in my division, and I will be waiting for him as soon as he beats Junto, Naoya Inoue, WBC right here, 126-pound champion, Bruce Carrington. I'll be right here waiting for you.
That's right. He don't
He
duck
didn't
no
duck
smoke.
no smoke. He said he's welcoming the fight, as in fact, he's keeping his fingers crossed, because in actuality, he wants to be the first man to dethrone Naoya the Monster Inoue, Bruce Carrington. I don't think he can do it, but love the competition. Love the fact that he's willing to step up to the challenge. We don't know what Bruce Carrington's been working on the lab. It looked like when he did the interview, he was actually in a gym. So it looks like the man is working. You know what I mean? So I'm willing to give any fight the fighters the right to prove. I never would have thought Buster Douglas was going to beat Mike Tyson. Not in a million years. Not in a million fucking years. But did it happen? Yes. Did I think that Mike Tyson was the greatest thing since sliced bread at that time? Yes. Did I think he was going to lose? No. The shit happened in boxing? Yes. Yes. Could Junto pull off? I mean, Junto pull off an upset? Yes. Could Naoya Inoue beat him, then fight Bruce Carrington, and Bruce Carrington stuns the world? Absolutely. This is boxing we're talking about, right? Where one punch can change a fight. Catch up to the messages?
Oh, we all
Oh,
caught
we
up.
caught up? Okay.
Yeah, Rocky said good breakdown exactly. Um, I read A. Elas said can't wait for the fight. Team Inaway. I read the Eric Morales versus Barrera, and it was about the three fight. That's what we was talking about. The three fight. Yeah. Um. Yo, two monsters on that night.
Absolutely. And then you got David the Monster
You got
Benavides. Now, let me tell you something right now. Hey, this is something I would like to talk to you about and the rest of the boxing fans. Let's talk about some Latin fighting right now. Check this out. This is Mexico's big night in Cinco de Mayo. And in Cinco de Mayo weekend, if for as long as I've been around, great Mexican fights have happened on Cinco de Mayo. Great Mexican fighters have also held the torch and passed the torch. Meaning, Julio Cesar Chavez, right? If I'm not mistaken, used to fight on Cinco de Mayo. Didn't Oscar De La Hoya fight on Cinco de Mayo? Yes, he did. And didn't Canelo Alvarez fight on Cinco de Mayo? Yes, he did. What they're looking for now is for the next Mexican star to take over Cinco de Mayo. And whether or not they're telling you, maybe the buzz, oh, I don't feel the Mexican love when Saul is fighting on Cinco de Mayo rather than David the Monster Benavides and Zuldo. Well, to anybody that said that ridiculous statement, we are also not living in the same era where fucking ISIS is coming out, taking our people and abducting us. All right? When in Saul Canelo Alvarez's day, we were all showing up to the freaking fight because there was no problem. And we weren't living in that era. Now, were we? No. We're living in today's era. Shit's fucked up. And it has affected every major sport. All right? So don't forget to add that into the equation when you're trying to disrespect these two Mexican warriors and trying to hold the torch in a time when our president is fucking going crazy, but at the same time, it's what's happening. It's what's happening. And I can't avoid that. So, would this card fight against Zurdo Ramirez and David the Monster Benavidez been bigger in a different time? Say in Saul's era hype when he fought like Floyd? Would it be big? It just goes to show you that there's a lot of things that do play in factor in the next star for your country. Whether or not these two men can go out there and perform well and gain the respect of the Mexican culture, the Mexican fighting fan base. Can this fight live up to some of the biggest Mexican fights on Cinco de Mayo? That's the question. That's the question. And one of my biggest concerns is don't fall in love with the name Monster Benavidez. For a long time, I viewed David the Monster Benavidez as one of the best fighters in boxing. But I have no information at a boxer at that man at 168 going into cruiserweight with Zurdo. Ask yourself one question. Does David the Monster Benavidez possess one punch knockout power? Or is he a volume of stunning punches? They look and sound hard, just not enough to knock you out. So, how long do you want to endure that much punishment? That's the question, right? Okay. Zurdo's been at this weight. And if you ask me right now, Frontline, I said all of that to say this. I might got Zurdo in this fight, bro.
I mean, right. I disagree, but rightfully so. Real quick, Rip says greetings round one, Inoue for the win.
You know it.
Ella says also shout out to Hugo. He had your back round one, said good things about
He
you.
did? What up, Hugo? My man.
Carlito Super Navedo says Benavides is taking over, period. Watch. Now,
Carlito, my dude.
you
Yo, they.
you said all
Yep.
of that, which I agree with everything you said, but here's the Achilles heel to what you're saying, what you said.
Achilles heel?
A couple fun
All
facts.
right.
Suldo only got one loss. That loss came to Demetrius Bivol, which is a high ranked fighter. I
I
mean,
think
undisputed.
Demetrius Bivol beats Benavidez.
Okay, now Suldo has never hit the canvas throughout his
How
career.
many times did David the Monster Benavidez hit the canvas? I believe twice.
Twice,
I believe
twice,
twice.
twice. Now I'm giving you fun facts, but now I'm gonna go on with my prediction.
Go ahead. Enlighten us.
I got Benavides winning. Here's why. The same way Bivol beat Suldo is the same way Benavides is going to be Suldo. The difference is that Benavides has more thumping, like you said, thumping power. He doesn't have one punch knockout power, but he has accumulation. And I think the accumulation is what's gonna break Zurdo down. He's gonna get hit with so many thumping power punches that it's gonna back him down. And I think that's how Benavidez pulls it
Okay,
off.
here's the problem with that. When I go
I almost said
what
something. I almost said
almost
something.
almost here's the problem with that. When I go back down and I break my investigation down with David the Monster Benavides, I have to know I can't help but notice that every single time he jumped up in weight division, he went the distance. And every time he jumped up in weight, he looked good for 4 rounds. When he fought that Russian dude, David the Monster Benavides looked good. He looked like David the Monster Benavides for 3.5 rounds, 4 rounds. After that, he fell off. His output, his pressure all fell off to the wayside. That Russian dude started making it a fight. Then David the Monster Benavides woke up later in the last part of the fight. He had to reserve himself. Same thing in the David Morale fight. Yeah, he put him down. Yeah, this, that, and the third. But you saw that he couldn't even get David Morale out of there. Every single time I watched David the Monster Benavides move up in a division, he struggled. He wasn't flawless. He wasn't the same. It wasn't like Terrence Crawford. When he fought at 154, when he fought Saul, he was a better version of himself. Terrence
Well,
exceeded.
Benavidez' last fight was against Yard. He got him. He
Get the
knocked him
fuck
out.
out. I didn't even bring that shit up because that's a yard. Really.
And then before that, he fought Morel, and he won convincingly on the scorecards. And then before that, he fought the
Hold
Russian
up.
dude.
He
And
that Morel
according to the
fight. No, 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 no,
cards,
no, 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 no. Don't try to fucking bypass that. Because according to a lot of people out there and myself that fucking we all watched that fight, brother, he had Morel a couple times in the fight. He couldn't finish him. And Morel, remember, was a fighter that was also coming up in weight.
right?
So it's like Morel had, I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, he had a total of 11 fights coming into that
Right.
fight with David the Monster Benavides, and you couldn't put that guy away. And not to say, not to
Yeah,
take,
but
no,
don't
I'm not
forget.
taking anything away from David Morale because actually he's a good fucking fighter. He's actually real fucking good, right? So, okay, with 11 fighters, Cuban fighters, you know, they're always a little bit more elevated than, okay, I'll give you all the excuses you want. My problem is it's still the same front line because you almost said something. My question was every single time I saw David the Monster Benavides move up in weight, he struggled. And if you don't knock out the guy and you go the whole 12 rounds, no matter how you feel, he did. In fact, he struggled.
That's how I feel about Inoue when he fought David
Oh,
Allen
stop
Picasso.
it.
He struggled.
Okay, and that's
He went 12
I'm glad
rounds.
you
Didn't knock him down or knock him
glad
out.
you
MJ, he struggled. He went 12 rounds. What are we talking about here?
okay, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Same way Naoya Inoue went down 2 times in his career, and they say he's susceptible getting hit and getting knocked down. Didn't David the Monster Benavides go down 2 times in his career? Okay,
Exactly.
then.
That's why I got
So,
Benavidez
and that's
winning.
and get the fuck. So Naoya Inoue goes down 2 times in his career and he's losing, but David goes down 2 times and he's
No, no, no,
winning.
no, 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 no,
Look
no,
at the
no, no, no.
bias. Shut up, frontline. You's a
I,
hater, bro. You's a
I got
hater.
Benavidez. I got Benavidez for a
Carlito,
lot
you
of
see
different
this,
other reasons. I
Carlito?
already said it.
Yo, Carlito, you
And
see this
then
shit?
and then I got Junto beating now
Get
yet
the fuck
not
out of here.
wait, what is it? Naoya out the way. That's what it's gonna be. Naoya out the way.
You got jokes. Hey, yo, I want all the fighting fans tonight on this live to remember the disrespect my co host Frontline has for the best fighter in the world. Remember when he eats these words, okay? Because I want you to tune in here May 2nd in the morning when we kick off the first fight card. Because remember, We got more later on in the day in Las Vegas, in the desert. We have David the Monster Benavides and Zuldo, and the rest of the fighters on that fight card also as well. In Japan, we have Naoya Inoue and Junto, but we also have Naoya Inoue's kid brother on that fight card. A lot of good Japanese fighters will be fighting on that fight card. So we have an interesting night. But make sure you tune in. Make
Hey,
sure you tune in
you
to
getting up
make
early?
sure you see Frontline eat every word he said about Naoya Inoue. Remember this, guys.
Hey, make sure
Tune
y'all
in.
tune in so y'all can hear the epic impersonation that Edwin does of Kevin Hart. When Inoue goes down, he's gonna be like, "No, no, no," just like
Yo,
Kevin Hart. Watch.
yo,
Hey,
listen.
you getting up early tomorrow morning for Sky Nicholson?
Sky Nicholson against Mariah. Uh,
I ain't getting up early. I'll catch the replay of that. I
I'll
ain't
catch
getting
the
up early for
replay on
that.
that one. Right? I'm not gonna even lie to you. That one might be you know, not that just doesn't have enough on the card for me right now. I'm
And who
definitely
does a
gonna
card on a Wednesday?
I have
Oh,
no idea.
Thursday morning, I should say.
Well, maybe because of the fact they knew the rest of the weekend was gonna be tight. I don't know. I have no idea why, what promoter or whatever. Sometimes it comes down to the venue and the dating time you can get it. Typically, you would love a Saturday or Friday or whatever, but I mean, you get what you get, right? And in the women's division, I guess kind of breaks down that way. But this Mariah fight against Sky Kelly, I like it in a lot of ways. Um, you know, as soon as I heard the fight, I'm going with Sky Nichols. I'm going with her, and then when I started to like look the girls over, yeah, Diablo, bro. Yeah, Mariah can beat her. Mariah has the ability to beat Sky, yes. I'm not gonna lie. Uh Mariah, you know, I think that Sky definitely has the tools to beat Mariah. It's gonna be an interesting fight, and I can't wait to see it. I'll get up and eventually see the fight. And hopefully Sky does her thing, you know what I'm saying? She's definitely a cutie for boxing. I gotta tell you that much. So I'm rooting for her. I'm rooting for her, but I also understand that when I looked up this Mariah girl, man, shit, yeah, that's gonna be a fight.
Yo, what
Yeah.
about the co-main on that Benavides Zurdo? You got Resendis versus Munguia.
Mongia, why haven't we talked about that? I don't know. I don't know why you didn't. Well, I don't think we got to it yet, actually.
Nah,
But the thing is that with the Resendiz and Mongia fight, um, I kind of want to. It goes back and forth in my head. I don't want to hold Mongia to the Bruno, the fucking fiasco, the two fights there, right? I know that Jaime Mongia is a good fighter. I also know that Jaime Mongia has flaws where that sometimes he likes to stand in the pocket, enamel, and look at his work and hit the guy and be like, look at his reaction a bit too long. Sometimes he can fall asleep behind the wheel. Jaime Munguia will stay the course. He'll execute some part of the game plan, but there's always this part that he like he's like that kid in Little League out in the outfield, and you look out there and he's out there flaring his glove in the air like he's everywhere but the game. He loses focus, he loses concentration. And Jaime Munguia, that's been one of his Achilles heels because talent wise, Jaime can box. Jaime can box, he can fight. He has a good selection of punches, Jaime Munguia. So I like him. But when I saw Resendiz fight Caleb Plant and I saw his will, his determination, the fact that I don't think opinion wise, there was ever a point in the fight where Caleb Plant was scaring Resendiz, or it was like Resendiz was showing him round by round, I'm the man. You should be scared of me. And Caleb Plant settled into the role like he was pretending. Like he was like, when Resendiz would hit him, he would act like he was wobbling, like that didn't mean nothing type shit. And he was trying to like fight a different type of fight, because I don't think no longer he knew at some point in that fight, Resendiz is a lot better than I thought, Caleb Plant. And he went more into an act in a show because he was getting outboxed. Caleb Plant got his ass whooped by Resendiz. Now, the one thing that concerns me is that since then, Resendiz hasn't fought. He hasn't fought anybody since Caleb Plant.
That, I was just about to say that could be his biggest downfall right there.
And that could be,
Munguia's been active.
yeah. And could we be seeing what I say, the curse of a champion? Sometimes fighters are bit by the champion curse, that once you get to that world title fight and you win it, they let the win out of their sails. They're like, I did it. And a real champion is not satisfied with what he got, like Xander. Xander got his belt and he quickly said, this is the best moment in my life, but there's got to be more. Resendiz got the belt. Jose Valenzuela got the belt. You know, there's a lot of fighters I can go down the list. Got the belt, and they thought vacation.
They
I'm taking
babysit.
I'm taking a year off the sport. I worked this hard. I got here. Now, that is a mistake. Take 2-3 weeks off, back in the gym where you're supposed to be.
Hey, Carlos says, I think Benavidez is putting on the top of the list his stamina and preparation on this one. I'm just someone said, what's good, round one? Chile de Garcia says, pienso que Benavidez para al Sinaloense en el 11. He got Benavidez beating Zurdo 11th round.
Carlos,
Chile de Garcia says, gana el monstruo japonés fácil. Hey, Jarvis ain't gonna be in there to help anyway.
Jarvis, open suit. Hey, yo, Jarvis. Hey, yo, shoot down frontline the hater. You know what I mean? Activate that mode. Yeah, Carlito, that's for you, bro. Hey, Jarvis, turn off backup power. Too much light. It's too much light. Hey, Jarvis, open suit. Is the suit open or is it not
Yeah,
open?
that's open.
Oh, it's open. Oh, Jarvis, close suit then. Jarvis, close the suit. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, yo, how the fuck are you gonna beat Naoya Inoue when he's Iron Man, motherfucker? Huh? How? Calito, that's for you, bro. Hey, Jarvis, activate. What is it again? What is it? Combat mode.
Combat mode, yeah.
Jarvis, turn on. Start combat mode. That's what you don't want them red lights walking in the alley. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You be done, son. Hey, yo,
Hey,
Jarvis,
like like
fuck
Bull
the
Rider
man.
said earlier, you giving a lot of other people content. You giving people content right now.
Hey, yo, I fucking love it. Hey, yo, make content of me right now. You know what I mean? Good content, bad content. Let me tell you something. It's all content, baby. You know what I'm saying? Because they be talking about me. You know what I'm saying? Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Yo, hey, yo, Jarvis, close the mask one time on their ass. Woo! Hold that. Hold that right there. Jarvis, I gotta finish my interview. Would you open the suit? Oh, yo, Jarvis, yo, chill, Jarvis. I gotta do my show. Jarvis, what are you doing? Open the suit, Jarvis. Yeah, man. Hold on, hold on. Let me turn this motherfucker off because, you know what I mean? Ah, yo, you should have
Yo,
seen me the other day.
that shit got you round one tired right now, huh?
Listen, no, you should have seen me. It's because I'm hype. I was all up in fucking Walmart. I went to Wendy's. Bro, so many people asked me shit about this fucking helmet. Yo,
Wait,
I was
hold up,
like,
hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. You went into Wendy's and Walmart with that helmet on?
yes, I did. Yes, I did. My wife was like, "You crazy," but she saw how cool it was. She was like, "Fuck it, wear it." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Cause she knew. Hey, listen, she's starting to learn. Allow
yeah,
me to live my inner child. You know what I'm saying? You know,
yeah.
because it's not gonna work when you go against me. I don't give a fuck, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
We built
yo,
different, right? We built
I'm built
different.
different. Listen, look, I'm not embarrassed by shit when real life shit that I had to be embarrassed about, I wasn't. So the fuck am I gonna be embarrassed about wearing a mask? Like I'll be crazy with it. You know how many people walked up to me was like, "Yo, do that shit again." I was like, "Hey, you like that, right? Yo, it's crazy." But I'm about to go out tomorrow and get on my e-bike and really get the party started. I'm about to put that bitch on and ride down.
Yo, you got to
Yo,
get one of those 360 cameras so you could record that shit while you driving.
while I'm driving and shit, yo, that motherfucker, yo. I told my wife, fuck around, you know what I'm saying? You might see me walk in the bedroom tonight and see the red lights. Hey yo, don't worry, ma'am. Iron Man's here. I said I bring the iron. You know what I'm saying?
What you gonna say? Hey Jarvis, activate what?
Hey, activate. You know what? Hey yo, stop pressing the button to get bigger. You know what I'm saying? See, where's the bigger button? Yo, hey.
Yo,
Yo,
yo, Carlos says still got Resendes by KO. I'm just someone says, LOL. I love this guy. No Diddy.
thanks, man. Yeah, absolutely.
He
You know what I'm
said
saying? We grown men.
it's good to be talked about. NASA in the building. He said, "You be keeping haters lights on."
On,
Facts.
baby, on. Yeah, absolutely. They are. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Que se joda.
If you're doing a show about me or you mention me, then I must be important. You know what I'm
Yo,
saying?
yo. So okay, we got Hacendas Mongia.
Yep.
You got yo.
Tell
There's
me, wait
another.
a minute, wait.
Hay
Okay.
otra, hay otra, hay
Yeah,
otra.
yeah, yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna say right now. Ah, fuck. I want to pick Mangia so fucking bad, bro. You know what? I'm going with Mangia on this one. Fuck it. I'm gonna go
Mm.
with Resendiz got bit by the champion's curse. I'm not sure what he's been doing. I saw what Jose Valenzuela looked like against Gary Antoine Russell Jr. after a year layoff. I saw that some fight, you know, and all fighters can't come back the same. I fucking respect the shit out of Resendiz. And I wish he didn't have so much time off. I wish he had a fight in between just to prove that that wasn't a one night fluke. Because a fighter can have a great performance, a great fight night one night. That doesn't mean he's going to repeat it. That's why boxing is tricky to judge. You understand? And because the human element of humans just being humans, bro. You know, he had the right corner behind him, but you let him go back to his hometown, his old ways, and he starts slipping back down that dark alley. Do you know that about your fighter? No,
That's why
I
I got
don't either.
Junto,
You know
Junto
what I'm
for the
saying?
dub.
Shut up, like Nail Yanaway slips down any alley. If he slips down the
Hey,
alley, it clears up quick. Listen,
hey,
let
and
me
then we
tell you
got
something.
Oscar. We got Oscar Duarte against Angel Daniel Fiero Barrera.
Oscar Duarte has to be one of the he has to be one of the fighters that I'm viewing that had a comeback in his career. Meaning, from the time he lost with Ryan Garcia, if you have not noticed or have not been following Oscar Duarte, he's been on a roll. He's actually been getting better. He's the definition of a fighter that we look at and that has rebounded pretty well in his career, kind of like a Daniel Dubois when he knocked out AJ. Going into that fight, a lot of people didn't have Daniel Dubois that was upgraded to the IBF championship and shit. They thought AJ was going to beat him. No one thought Daniel Dubois was going to knock out AJ the way he did. Um, so look, Oscar Duarte is one of the fighters I have to admit has been getting a lot better. And this guy, unfortunately, I believe is gonna get the ass whooping Richard Hitchens should have gotten. So that I got him in the fight.
Okay. What else we got? We got a news update.
Read
Xander
them off.
Zayas. Zandel Sayas. Let me put it up real quick. Commits term, long term to Top Rank. What does that tell you, Edwin?
I heard about that. I'm gonna be
It,
honest with you. Oh, Chicago Kills is in the building. He's coming in.
he
Chicago.
says
Yep.
it says Xander Zayas has secured his immediate future by signing a multi-year promotional extension with Top Rank. The agreement comes at a pivotal moment as Zayas is set to defend his WBO and WBA junior middleweight titles against Jerron Ennis on June 27th at Barclays Center in Brooklyn. A fight widely viewed as the biggest of his career to date. Regardless of the outcome, his long term commitment to Top Rank is now locked in. At just 23 years old, Zayas has already followed a rapid trajectory after turning professional at a young age. He captured his first world title at 22 and quickly unified the division by defeating Abbas Baru earlier this year. For Zayas, the decision signals stability at a time when the sport is shifting, with new promotional players entering the market and fighters increasingly weighing different paths. Staying with the promoter that has guided his entire career offers continuity heading into elite level fights. The
Okay.
source is Topa Rank.
Okay. That's where it stopped right there. Okay.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I didn't know that you had more to read, but because I'm anxious to point out something in your story with Xander. I want the whole entire boxing world, and if you can, clip this, send it out. This really speaks to when all the rumors started coming out that Top Rank has sold out Xander Zayas to force him to fight Jerron Busenis in order for them to get a deal with the zone. All those rumors and speculations fall to the wayside when Jerron Boots Ennis himself admitted you never had to take this fight. So there was never any pressure. It was an option and he took it. To award Xander for such a fight, Top Rank has already publicly and by signing him to a long term deal, what does that say? When you sign someone to a long term deal, you have already weighed out your options. What they're saying is win, lose, or draw, Xander, we got your back. We want to promote you. We believe in you. And as your leading promoter, we got you.
Yep.
That's what Top Rank just said right now. What they're saying is they're not saying we're going to sign you or extend your contract after the Jerron Boots Ennis fight. We're going to show you that we're committing to you, that we believe in you, regardless of the outcome of that fight. And we locked in Xander for the next, a long contract to let you know that Xander will not be fighting anywhere else but Top Rank. And that, my friends, silences all the critics that said that Top Rank sold Xander out, that Xander was forced to take this fight, that he was cornered in, and that Top Rank, after Xander loses this, his career is done with. It's over. Really? Top Rank doesn't feel that way. That signing right there, my brother, and I'm glad you brought it up, speaks louder than anything. When you're a young fighter, some of these fighters are not even sure after they get out the ring when their next fight's going to be. Some of these fighters don't even have promoters. And some of these promoters check out after you lose. Just ask Sabrina Matias. Just ask Liam Paro. Where the fuck did Ed Hearn go after they lost? This promoting company, Top Rank, what are they doing? They're backing their fighter
They doubling
before the
down.
fight. Double it, but key thing, before the fight, not
Right.
after the fight.
Yep.
That, my man, right there shows loyalty, commitment on both sides. On both sides, Xander and Top Rank. Xander is happy with his promotion and team, and they are happy with him. And they did not sell him out for Jaron Butanis. In fact, Xander is saying the reason why I'm signing this long-term deal with Top Rank is because I asked Top Rank for the fight, and they didn't come to me and say, no, we don't want you to take this fight because it's a scary fight. You know what Top Rank did? They backed them up.
Chicago in the building.
Yep. Yeah, Chicago's in the building. Let's bring them into the conversation. Chicago kills.
Chicago, what up, bah?
What it do? Chicago, you there?
Well, he gets his thoughts together.
Come on. Where's his little raspy Mexican voice? Come on,
Richard
man.
says, salute, guys. Work hard, chill says, Fiero gave Pitbull issues. I thought he won. Ella says, facts round one. Richard says, Junto Nakatani in the casa.
And what?
In
He's
the
in his house under
house.
his bed. He's in the house under his bed. Yes, we know Junto's hiding out, but we know where he's at. We know exactly where he is. Why? Because the sound of his cheeks chattering from fear and his knees clacking together. That's why we know his location. Oh, wait, wait,
I am Saint says,
wait, wait.
you, I'm just someone. Says, that's why I hate Eddie Hearn and PBC. They cut fighters after disappointment.
Yeah, like. Look, this sport is sometimes what can you do for me lately type sport, and who you are, and the pressure of losing some time for some of these young men and women is really harsh. Like just one loss can set you back 2 years, you know. And in this era where like everything moves so fast in America, you know what I'm saying? Just for example, you can go in a phone store today and they say, here's the iPhone 17, the newest iPhone that ever came out. No sooner that you buy it, you go to open the store door, you see a billboard, iPhone 18. This one's better than the 17. The 17 ain't shit. You just bought it. You're like, and that's how America moves. They're always on to the next, to the new. And if you lose a loss in this kind of modern of, technology, bro, you're no longer, listen, you can get knocked out in a fight, knocked out. And before your body hits the ground, they already got memes posted, thousands of them. That's how fast shit is. And that's how fast they'll forget about you if you lose.
Yo, you got two good questions in the chat. Let me read them first, and then you can answer them as you please. I
Chicago, you
am
there? Go ahead.
I am Saint
Yo, what up,
says,
man? Can you hear me? Little fuck.
Yeah, I can
yeah,
hear you.
You hear me?
Chicago, what up?
What's up, bro? Like, salute to the Don, baby. Round one. It's my
What up?
man.
What up? What up?
Hey, what are you guys talking about right now? What's going on?
Yeah.
We
Junto
we
fighting
we
tonight or what?
we
We about to get into some questions.
all right. Go ahead.
Oh, nice, nice.
I am Saint says, give us the details on how Nakatani could win. That's one question. And then Aya says, you think Eddie will keep Boots when he loses to Zayas?
Definitely.
Good
Hell yeah.
question. Good question. The way that Ed Hearn's been moving with American fighters, it's not a good thing. But Liam Paro was an American fighter. He was an Australian one, right? Australia. So I can't say that all the way because he did abandon him too. I think just Ed Hearn, he's mostly focused on the guys that kind of got like that it factor. You know what I'm saying? That people are just coming out like the Ben Whitakers of the world, the Connor Benz that he once was a promoter of. So in that sense, just maybe I'm not sure. I don't, and I would also have to look into the contract. Is it a fight by fight with Jerron Boots Ennis this far in his career with Ed Hearn after he already got him the two fights in Philly and so forth and so forth? I would have to because I would have to remember what that is. And but there's a good possibility he walks away from him. Yes. Okay. I wouldn't take, I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. No. As far as Junto beating Naoya Inoue, the way that I think that Junto can beat Naoya Inoue, um, it's gonna be with the fact that he doesn't allow Naoya Inoue to try to control too much of the rounds. What you have to do is actually stand your ground. You're gonna have to punch with Naoya Inoue. Junto's gonna have to take a couple punches, but he's gonna have to deliver some good punches of his own. You're gonna have to try to make Naoya Inoue to second guess his entry. If Naoya Inoue doesn't respect your power, he's gonna keep attacking you until he catches the right angle and puts you away. But if Junto can stay long, strong, you've seen the videos of Junto hitting the pads and he's hitting them and he's like, pow, pow. If you can give that kind of power as you're moving, because it's one thing to sit there and hit pads with your coach and you're stationary and you're putting all your technique into a padded punch. It's not like the same when you're hitting a moving target and you don't want to throw too much behind the punch because you don't want to overextend and you don't want to leave yourself vulnerable so that you can engage in the next sequence, right? Okay. So that being said, I think that Junto um, in round 1, 2, and 3, he has to establish himself with Naoya Inoue. He has to be the aggressor. He can't let Naoya Inoue take over the fight in the middle of the ring like he normally does. You got to remember, Naoya Inoue is not a slow starter. He's a very fast starter, right? So the first round, Naoya Inoue is the most relaxed. That's where he takes his information. Junto got to steal the first round. The second round, that's where Junto got to meet him in the center of the ring. That's going to be one of the biggest tests for him. It's going to be the type of test where Naoya Inoue is going to punch strong. He's going to set up punches and he's going to see Junto's reaction. Junto's by the fourth round, what I think he should do, he's got to switch up his approach. You got to give Naoya Inoue different looks. You can't do the same shit. Trust me. You can't do the same shit. He's going to pick up on it. So, as long as Junto can, like 4, 5, and 6, give him a different style, different look, have Naoya Inoue pausing for a minute because Naoya Inoue will stand in front of you. Not a lot, but at some point, in order for him to try to pick up and read what you're doing, he will stand in front of you so that he can watch you throw your combination. He's going to read that. That's why I say in the sixth round, Junto would have to switch it up again, because as soon as Naoya Inoue thinks he picked up a beat on you, you switch it up. Now he has to start over basically to seeing what the fuck you're doing. And even though you can't freeze Naoya Inoue all the time with like a jab, he's not going to freeze on you all the time. When Naoya Inoue hasn't got you to the point where that he needs to, he starts to see that he's in a fight, he's not going to just stand there. Like when he fought Alan David Picasso, Naoya Inoue was working. He was working on his entry. He was working on his way out. The bad thing with Junto is that most of the time when he exits or he slides, but in a straight line. It's the same way for Junto all the time. The way he slides out, it's either he steps like this or it's like a little shuffle, but it's always the same. If you pressure Junto, he closes up in a guard. He closes up like this and he allows you to fire off on him. Junto's going to know some of these things. He can set Naoya Inoue up. Naoya Inoue is going to think he shells up in the high guard and Junto could snap over. He could snap over and catch Naoya Inoue in his own trap. At that point, if you got him hurt, staggered, I think Junto got the work rate to put it on Naoya Inoue. Now, one of the biggest things in this kind of fight is not Junto's training. You got to understand that I bet you Junto can do 24 rounds, 2 fights back to back, 12 rounds. I guarantee it. But not on fight night. He's got to be able to control his emotions, his heart rate, and the moment. He can't allow the moment to get bigger than himself. The anxiety, the intensity of him, like, oh shit, I almost got him. He's got to control that. He's got to, in some way, Junto's got to bring Naoya Inoue down to his size. Although Junto is taller than Naoya Inoue, he's not taller than Naoya Inoue when it comes to his aura or who he is as a fighter. Naoya Inoue is much bigger than Junto in the sense of how people view him. So when you're fighting a person like that, or you're making a speech or you're going for a job interview, for you not to feel intimidated or scared in the moment, my best advice, bring them down to your level. Whatever, I heard funny things. People say, view everybody else if you're doing public speaking. Think of everybody in their underwear. So it relax you. I might not think of everybody in your underwear, no, but I understand that concept. I understand that in certain situations, this person, he might not actually be taller than you in real life, but he's bigger than you. In order to fight that, I think that Junto, if he can correct, some of his mistakes, understand the night, understand that, like be real stoic about it. Like Ryan Garcia when he fought Mario Barrio. Ryan Garcia knocked down Mario Barrio in the first round. When he walked to the corner, Ryan Garcia did not let the fight out of him, did he? No. He was right there no matter what happened. Until the fight and the bell goes ding, Ryan did not lose focus. That's how Junto gotta be.
Junto's gonna be Inoue by saying, Jarvis, activate suit.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
And it's
You're gonna
on.
need Iron Man in there with Junto
Hey,
to beat Naoya in a way. That's
I'm
what you're
just
gonna need.
I'm just someone says no because black Americans abandon a fighter once they lose their old Canvas King says Boots ain't losing to Zayas.
Why?
Jason Ayala in the
Why? Wait,
building. He
wait, wait,
said,
wait.
what's
Stop,
up,
stop.
round one?
Oh, Jason Elia, what's up? Why isn't Why
He ain't
can't
losing to
you?
Zayas. He didn't say why. He just said Boots ain't losing to Zayas.
I don't listen. Listen, guys. Here's the problem with that Jerome Buchanan fight and Xander Zayas fight for me, and I'm gonna tell you right why. The minute you stop being so enamored with everything they said about Jerome Buchanan, not some fans are not even on what he did in the ring. Some fans are just his fans because of what people say about him. And sometimes when you start to learn and you start to hear about a fighter, that's kind of what sways you. That all your friends and all your people, or the people that look like you, are agreeing that this guy should win the fight. But when you do boxing research and boxing homework and you start to study fighters, you start to realize that Jerron Busenis is not the phenom they're advertising him to be, unfortunately. Now, mind you, I have family in Philly. We have a boxing gym in Philly. I should be going for the Philly guy, but that's not what I'm doing. I'm going for the guy that I believe in my hearts of hearts could win the fight. And in this situation, they're too evenly matched in my head. So on the scale when everything's even, I'm gonna go with my own countrymen at least in the fight just to make it interesting. But if I had to break down their fight, Jerron Boots Ennis does a lot of bad things in the ring. Sometimes, you know, when he's supposed to be cutting off the ring, he's crosswalking to the guy. Sometimes, he can square up at the wrong times. Sometimes Jerron Boots Ennis, some of the best things that he does is that he tries to rely on his opponent's counters. He tries to get them into fire exchanges that favor his side. A smart boxer can avoid that. And Jerron Butsen is, I think that the best things that he does is his greatest strengths, Jerron Butsen is that if you shell up in front of him, he's gonna pick you apart. If you go into a high guard in front of Jerron Butsen and he starts firing on him off on you and you lock up like that, he's going to work real fast around you and he can hit hard at that angle. At best, what he does best is level change. Jerron Butsenis will sit back and he'll switch levels. He'll bob up and down like that. And he'll try to bait you into a shot over the top or he'll work around your shot. One of the things that he does a lot, he tries to do like a probing jab. He'll go like this to try to measure the distance in between that. Xander, every time you try to put a probing jab out there, he smacks the shit out of that shit. And then he counters it with a shot of his own. Um, so I don't really see Jerron Boots Ennis as this Sugar Ray Leonard that they're advertising him to be. Jerron Boots Ennis is not Sugar Ray Leonard. Shit, he's not
You're
Marvin.
missing. You're missing a key point too that that Boots does well, and is he switches from orthodox to southpaw.
Well, he switches to orthodox and southpaw against fighters he knows he can do that against. I've noticed that. He doesn't switch orthodox to southpaw against elite competition. He doesn't have that real like. I'm not convinced yet with his southpaw right, and that's gonna play a factor. I think that Xander Zayas is one of the more technical boxers of the division. In fact, Xander himself has a lot of things to work on. I think that Xander can be easily baited. I think that Xander, he falls for level changes. What Jerron Boots Ennis is best at. Jerron best entries is level changing entries, and Xander's been susceptible. Whenever he gets hit with a right, it's because of a level change. Xander can freeze Jerron Busanis with his jab. He can make him stand in front of him where he hits him, and Ennis just stands there. He doesn't take the jab and go backwards. He doesn't take the shot and move. He'll take the shot and stand there. Those are key moments in a fight that both of these fighters are going to have to pick up on. I think that, Xander, for the most part, I think that his footwork is, in fact, better than Jerron Boots Ennis. When a lot of people see a lot of Jerron Boots Ennis' athletic ability and they mistake that for footwork, at being athletic, being able to spin, cut corners, move your feet, shuffle, that's not technically footwork or smart feet, should I say. Smart feet are the kind of feet like Naoya Inoue has, where he's not real flashy, but damn it if he's not in the next position to throw the next strong punch and the right one. Naoya Inoue shifts over, shifts in different positions. He understands the human body. If I push you this way, you're going to go this way. You should be here. And he's already there. Those are smart feet. Jerron Boots Ennis has athletic feet. He's athletic. And a lot of people confuse that for great footwork. And in fact, he does not have good footwork. He couldn't even cut the ring against Karen to trap him off when Karen kept circling out. And Karen, all he did was to keep Jerron Boots Ennis back and to freeze him up was a circle jab. He kept going like this: pop, 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 pop. He kept circling his shot. And what also froze up Jerron Boots Ennis was the pendulum step that Karen had. Karen and the Russian fighters have this step. It's called the pendulum step. It's like a bounce. It's a rhythm. They keep going like this. When your fighter starts picking up on your rhythm, stop and go to the side. Make them forget about that. Hit the side, then go back into your pendulum. That froze Jerron Boots Ennis a lot. It gave him a lot of problems. A fighter like Demetrius Bivol that pulls that style off at the top level, he would have beat Jerron Boots Ennis. He would have beat the brakes off of him. But Karen couldn't pull it off at the level that a fighter like Demetrius Bivol does. Now, I've been also noticing that Xander has been implementing those kind of bounce steps. That kind of rhythm where you can get your guy to come in, step on your back foot, he overextends, bang, 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 bang. Create it. Try to create your moment. But Jerron Boots Ennis, good fighter, great fighter. Um, he's not missing a lot. What Jerron Boots Ennis is God gifted talent. He's just talented. Um, he doesn't have real great coaching. I'm sorry. I just said that to Jerron Boots Ennis' dad. And I'm sorry. I apologize. But you got to tighten up your son a little bit better. Jerron Boots Ennis, he's making some mistakes just because he's getting away with it at this level. You should have never let it go on that long. At some point, Jerron Boots Ennis was going to start running into his guys on his own level. And here we are. Here we are. Now, some guys can criticize Jerron Boots Ennis, and rightfully so, right? And say, Jerron Boots Ennis, if you're so good and you're the next best phenom and you're supposed to rock Xander, then why is your entire career based on a 23-year-old? I'll wait, right? It's just like it's like look, boxing is not always it's not always it doesn't always go your way. And you can criticize Jerron Busenis about that, but this 23-year-old, he's a special one. He's a unified world champion, and rightfully so. If you picked up two of those belts, then I don't care how old you are, your responsibility is to do what? To keep them, right? Okay, then we got ourselves a fight. No matter how you view it, Philly, Jerron Butenis, or Puerto Rico's own Xander Zayas, I gotta admit one thing. Damn it if we're not getting a fight that we actually wanted to see.
I'm just someone says Boots can be mentally broken. Any fighter that needs two tune-ups when he moves up one weight class doesn't fully believe in himself. All facts in the building. Canvas says Xander's a great talent, but Boots will win that fight. Two tune-up fights? Question. Xander is his second fight, and he isn't a tune-up. LOL.
Well,
Ella is responding.
yeah. Technically, that guy is right. He only had one tune-up fight in 154. But remember when Jerron Butenis came off that win in Turkey, said he wanted him to fight, I guess. I forget who it was. And then Jerron Butenis said, wanted a tune up fight or two. And Turkey said, we don't do Tom and Jerry around here. You can go and do that. But when you want to fight the best, come back and talk to me.
Ella responds to I'm just someone says facts, and I feel Boots has so much pressure and that can mentally break him. And asking for tune-ups is not a good look. He could have had the belt.
According to Boots, not taking the 55-45 is not a good look for him, for Xander, right?
He's
Right?
just trying to get in Xander's head,
Right?
and Xander's not
He
letting it
just right,
happen.
right. So him coming off of that is not a good look for Jerron Bucetis now, is it? No. It's how you view it. And I said this, I got a short about it. I said it in my video. I said, yo, Jerron Bucetis, my man, my dog, right? Check this out, right? Real talk, right? First of all, for me to you, like, just, you know, just just talking freely, right? You look thirsty as fuck up there with Xander trying to tell him, why don't you take the 55-45? You don't believe in yourself. And then after that, trying to entice him on taking a wager. You look like you want money. Then on top of that, what you failed to do on this whole situation is really acknowledge the fact that the only reason why you're in this fight and in this situation because of that young 23-year-old Xander Zayas that gave you an opportunity at those two belts. Without Xander, you wouldn't be fighting for two belts right now, would you? The last guy you try to hunt down and fight had an interim belt, and he ended up suing his boxing promoter rather than voiding to fight you. So, Jerron Butenis, who were you going to fight if Xander didn't step up to the plate? Tell me, how good are you? Were you going to fight Sebastian Fedora that was just in the fight or Josh Kelly? Probably not. So where were you going to go? Where was your star status, Jerron Butenis? What fight were you going to give the people that they were going to say and continue to say, he's the best? Guess what, Jerron Butenis? Had it not been for Xander, you go nowhere.
I'm
And
just
what you
someone.
and
I'm
what you
just someone.
need to be, what you need to do is to pay homage to Xander and start thanking him for the opportunity he just gave you. That's the truth. Go ahead.
I'm just someone says Eddie Hearn said two tune-ups, not me. After Lima, I guess he believes. That's what someone said. Ella says Turkey called out Boots on the two tune-ups. He was offered fights and turned him down. He needed tune-ups. He thinks Zayas is young. He's going to find out.
Right.
Carlos says Junto is very dangerous with that left overhand, fam. George Martinez in the building. I'm just someone, he says, when he keeps asking Zayas, are you ready? Like 8 times. I thought, did they ask him that in training? Seems like he heard that phrase a lot.
Let me tell you something right now, right? Read that Junto message right again for me.
Junto is very dangerous with that left overhand, fam.
Okay, guys. All right. I would agree. I would agree. Right?
Carlos, you almost said something.
No, no, Carlito, you're my dog, bro. And I fucking respect Carlito whenever he comes up. He always gives good questions
No,
that
that's a
gets me
different
thinking.
Carlos. That's a
That
different
it
Carlos.
doesn't matter. That Carlito does too. Now check this out. Listen to me. The problem is with this is you have to acknowledge that Naoya Inoue also is very aware of that. And his coach, his father, Shingo, they're very aware how Junto knocked out Andrew Maloney. They're aware, very aware of how he hit Hernandez with that over left, that shot. Very aware of it. And when you start to think in your head how good Junto is getting, don't forget to mention and to think how much better Naoya Inoue is actually getting too as well. Do you think that Naoya Inoue just fell off yesterday? You think that he can't see what he's the strongest at? Junto's one of his best attributes is that shot over the top. We all know that. So a guy that is undisputed in two weight classes, undefeated, in his 28th consecutive world title fight, defending the belt 7 consecutive times, all 4 belts, a record breaking 7 time. His coach can't figure out that you got an overhand? Is that what you're saying? That's the problem. I don't
Edwin, we're,
think he
we're gonna
can land it. I
we're gonna
don't.
have to we're gonna
I,
have to put your internet to the test right now.
let's do it. Let's do it.
Saulo. I'm gonna go back to the bottom, but Saulo just said, "Yo, Edwin, there's a YouTube channel called The Boxing Realm.
Never heard of
Trying
it.
to call Inoue glass chin and found footage of him at 19 years old with 2 losses, knockdowns."
Okay,
Saulo, you gonna make Edwin crash?
check this out. Check this out.
The Boxing Realm. It's
The back.
REALM.
Yeah. Listen, listen. Let me tell you something. First of all, that is a 100% lie. That is a lie. Okay, because I'm gonna prove it to you right here on this guy's bullshit. Like, this is how we're gonna do it. We're not gonna talk about it. We're just gonna put facts on the board, right? Okay, here we go. This is simple to debunk.
All right,
This is
while
gonna
you
be
look that up, Edwin,
no.
I'm gonna keep up with the chat.
This is simple. I'm already
Richard
here.
Richard says Junto Nakatani por no más. Inoue no sale del siete.
Wow, that's harsh. Damn, no sale de siete. Damn.
Jason says Boots is a lot of hype. Zayas is younger than Boots, and his resume is equal to Boots.
Okay,
Bull
stop.
Rider says round
Stop.
one speaks the truth.
Check this. Thank you, Bull Rider. Check this out. This is how you know when somebody's making up lies about a fighter and he
Well,
fucked up.
time out. He didn't say he showed video footage of Inoue getting knocked down with 2 losses. That's why instead of going to Box Rec, I was hoping you go to YouTube and look up the boxing realm.
Okay, now I'm gonna prove his lies right here. I don't have to go up to check out my favorite fighter that I know almost everything about This is where my boxing knowledge and my boxing insight comes into plays when situations like this arise. What he's talking about right now would be Naoya Inoue's amateur bouts. And this is what he would be saying. You see where it says right here, 5 losses, 14-5,
That's his amateur career.
right? No, that's not his amateur career. It's not. See, this is the difference. And this is why you got to know Japanese culture, Japanese boxing, and you got to know about your fighter. This is not Naoya Inoue's amateur career. In fact, this right here, what they do in Japan is they do like these exhibition fights where they wear the helmets and the gear for 3 rounds, and they do 3 rounds without the headgear. Okay? That's how they do it. When Naoya Inoue fought in the amateurs, and you want to see Naoya Inoue's actual amateur career and what this fucking dude is making videos about, right? You can just simply go to Wikipedia and it will debunk everything. As a professional, Naoya Inoue has never been knocked out. He's only been knocked out the 2 times that we are aware of with Luis Pantera Nari and Roman Cardenas, and that is it. Naoya Inoue, it says it right here, professional career record, 25 fights, 25 world championship fights, which is actually 27, but they don't want to count those 2 WBA regular title fights. It's
So you're
actually
saying so since
27.
Wikipedia fucked up right there by not putting 27,
No, no,
they
no, no,
could
but
they
because
can also
Wikipedia,
be hiding the 2 knockdowns that
no,
he's
no,
talking
no,
about.
no, 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 because Wikipedia is actually correct. Because if they're not acknowledging the regular as a real championship, then Wikipedia would be spot on with 25 and 21 knockouts. They would be actually correct. Okay. But now let's go back down to your argument where his amateur record, it clearly says his amateur record 75-6. 75-6 obviously indicates he lost 6 fucking times. So please tell us something we don't already know.
All right, Saulo just
Tell us.
corrected. He said not really knockdowns, just slips, but this was when he was qualifying for the Olympics.
Exactly. Which Japan did not even believe in Naoya Inoue to represent them in the Olympics for Japan. They went with another guy. Just like Michael Jordan's high school coach told him, you'll never be anything in the basketball. You should be something else. Just like when they picked Tom Brady 6 in the draft, 199. Nobody saw his greatness neither. Just like they didn't see Naoya Inoue's greatness. But as a professional, what he's saying, showing videos, him getting knocked down twice and losing twice, to what? To fights that don't count in professional. As a professional, he has never lost. And that's all I care about. I don't care about his amateur record that's 75-6, or even those other exhibition fights where he's 14-5. What I care about is this, the real deal. This is his real record. And I don't care whatever he's feeding you about Naoya Inoue got 2 losses. His fucking name ain't Devin Haney, and he didn't get a loss in fucking Mexico, Tijuana bar.
Damn, that's where we go. We taking shots at Haney now?
You ain't gonna take this guy right here and try to dress him up like they're hiding his losses. He doesn't need your help or your fake ass fucking news about talking about a fighter like Naoya Inoue. He's not hiding shit.
Yo,
And as
Edwin,
a
tell him how you really
professional,
feel. Tell him how
as
you
a
really feel, Edwin.
as a professional, he ain't never lost. Nah, never, fuck that. A lot of dudes like to shit on this little dude because the little guys always got to do double the work. And as a short dude, I'm not really all that tall. I'm not no 6 feet something, right? I can understand what that's like. I understand what it's like for the little guy always have to do the double the fucking work to get recognition. And I'm tired of them shitting on these little dudes like Bam Rodriguez, Junto, Naoya Inoue. I think these guys are fucking phenomenal fighters. Sonny Edwards, all these guys down there. They're fucking great fighters. And these guys constantly have to do double the work just to get the fucking credit that these guys up here are not even fighting half their competition. You got people in the world saying Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, Tank Davis is better and a better fighter than Naoya Inoue, which is fucking impossible. How is that even possible? Right? When you look at Devin Haney's resume, he fought 9 world champions, knocked out 0.
Well, hold on. Go to Wikipedia and pull up Devin Haney. Let's see if it shows that loss.
It's probably not going to show the loss, but I'll do it for you. It's not going
Hey,
to show it.
Vincent says after beating Nima, he thought he did something. Then he stepped to Virgil. I'm just someone says facts, Vincent. Vincent says Boots messed up the bag with Virgil, saying no when Turkey was paying. Jason says the young Zayas gave the older Boots his big break. Laughing emoji. I'm just someone says facts again, Vin. Then they tried spinning it like Virgil was ducking. Let's see.
Damn, he's
I,
got a he's yo. Devin's got a crazy amateur record. Amateur records 138 amateur fights with 8 losses. That's a fucking great amateur fucking record right there, bro. Um, he's got 8 losses. These are the weight divisions in the years he fought. These are the junior national championship silver. Yeah, these are all his things. These are his youth minor titles and shit like that he got. Professional record right here. Devin Haney's professional boxing record is 9 fights, 0 KOs in world championship bouts against former or current world champions. These are the 9 world champions that he fought. He knocked out 0 of them. Um, 2-time defended 2 Olympic gold medals. Ba ba ba. He defeated 2 Olympic gold medalists and Vasily Lomachenko and Gamboa. We know about that. It doesn't say anything about his phantom loss. Hold up.
Here
It's
we
not
go. Someone in the chat says Inoue is just media hype. You want me to tell you who said that?
who.
Laughing emoji. Melasa con sabor.
Ah, fucking Malasa wants me to fucking crash out. I love you,
Get
Malasa.
I'm
Listen,
just someone says get Iron Man on them.
what?
What's his name? Jarvis?
Yo, Malasa, what'd you say? What you had to say? Yo, I even put the lights on real quick. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Malasa, yo, you going down, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, Jarvis. Hey, yo, kick Junto Nakatoni's ass and close the mask. Yeah! Hey, yo, Jarvis. Hey, yo, open the suit. Hey, yo, that shit never gets old. That shit does not get old. Anyway, does what have a glass jaw? Shut the hell
Whoa.
up.
You're reading too far up. Let me catch up to that. Inoue is Japan AI creation. That's why he doesn't fight in the USA. Laughing emotion. Dealer front line. They trying to get you riled up right now, Edwin.
Hey, yo, check it out. Hold on. They are the motherfuckers. Yo, check this out. Frontline. Hold on. Naoya Inoue, what? Doesn't front in a
Hold
fight
hold on.
in the US.
COD says nah. So those were legit knockdowns. Stop it.
Okay, check this out. He
Canvas
doesn't.
says, hold
Wait,
on.
stop. No. You stop right there. You stop right there. Hold on.
Jarvis, open suit.
Hey, yo, Jarvis, shoot front line. Yo, listen, check this out. check this out. Hold on. To the guy that said that Naoya Inoue is a hype job and he doesn't fight in America, that's exactly the machine that I'm fighting against. People like that. Because lies are just because you could open your mouth and say something doesn't make it true. Let's see what the truth is. Okay. Naoya Inoue doesn't fight in the United States. Really? Okay, right here, you're going to see all the places he fought from the beginning of his career. You're going to notice that they're in Japan. You see the little dot right here? That's the flag of Japan. Follow it closely. All of his fights early on are in Japan, just like American fighters, where are all their early fights in America, their own country, right? Which is common. But to the person that said he doesn't fight outside of that, wait a minute, there's an American fight right here a year, one time in America. Let's see. He ventured out of Japan. Oh shit. He went to the British right here. Okay, that's two times fighting out of Japan. Oh shit. Another time in the US. That's three times. Another time in the US. That's four times. And we keep going down and we keep going down and we keep going down and we keep going down. Oh shit. He fought in the US again. So for the people that say Naoya Inoue only fights in Japan, what are you talking about? He's fought in the United States. Look at right here. It says Roman Cardenas, Las Vegas, right there. Doesn't it say that? In the U.S. Where were the other places? Where were the other places? Look at this. Look at right there. Las Vegas, right there. Look at Virgin Hotel. Where was the other place? It shows it glass gold. Wow, messed that one up, right? Look right here. I mean, and the rest I think is Japan. Yeah. So when the people say, "Oh, he didn't cross the pond," no, he did. And what did he do when he crossed the pond? Naoya Inoue, when he came out, okay, let's check out his record. We go right here. We go to Wikipedia. We come down and we see it. Let's see here. It'll say
Well,
it
we already see what the problem is because
right
I'm just
here.
someone. He said Bill Haney wrote that Wikipedia.
Oh shit! Check this out. For Naoya Inoue, he wrote it for Naoya Inoue. Wow, why would he do that? Look at Naoya Inoue has a record of 6-5 in fights outside of his native Japan. He fought 6 times outside of Japan. He knocked out 5 of them. So look at here. See, this is my problem with boxing, right? People say things because they hear it. They hear it. But what they actually don't do is think it through. Okay, for instance, Naoya Inoue has already fought 6 times away from Japan, right? Okay. How many times did Floyd Mayweather fight outside of the US? I'll wait. How many
Hey,
times did
hey,
wait, stop.
no,
How
you gotta
many
turn those
times?
lights off. They're blinding me.
Okay, check it out. Jarvis, turn off backup power. Okay, now, how many times did Floyd Mayweather fight outside of the U.S.? I'll wait. The answer is 0. So before you criticize Naoya Inoue for going outside of Japan 6 times, our greatest American never ventured out not one time into enemy's territory. He can't tell you what that's like. He always had the fighter come to the US to him, which made dollars and cents. I can agree with Floyd,
Edwin Front Truck's
but
backstage.
what's up?
Fun Truck, he's backstage.
Fun Trucks is backstage. What you mean backstage? No, he's not.
That's what
I
he
don't
put
see him.
right. Oh, he
He,
must have hopped off.
yeah, he probably was. I'm backstage. Let me in. Yo, Fun Truck. I didn't see him. Damn, he was probably up there for a while and I didn't see him. But yeah, but when you think of situations like this, a lot of our American fighters really never went out to enemy territory. No, not often.
COD Chris says Inoue does have a glass jaw.
A glass jaw, then you don't know what a glass jaw is. What I
He also
saw, what I saw from Naoya Inoue is battle tested. When Naoya Inoue got hit with two big shots in two separate fights and got knocked down two separate times, right? I seen him get up off the ground, take over the fight, and the guy never landed that shot for the rest of the night. But when I saw guys like fucking AJ get hit by a 5'10" Mexican fighter, their legs never recovered. I've seen a lot of fighters get dropped in a fight and lose the fight. They can't come back from the fight. But when Naoya Inoue gets dropped, gets up, and beats the shit out of the guy for the remaining of the fight, and I mean, Roman Cardenas and Luis Pantera Nari never landed that shot in that fight the rest of the night. All they did was is get their ass whooped. That's what kind of dominance the guy that you claim to have a glass jaw, or at least that's what they told you. They told you Naoya Inoue has a glass jaw. But what's your definition of a man having an iron chin when he gets hit big, gets dropped, gets up, has great recuperating powers where that he recuperated from the punch and went right back into the fire and took over the fight? That's not a glass jaw. A glass jaw is fucking um a glass jaw is
Jarvis is acting up right now.
no, because I was taking off. I tapped the side on accident. A glass jaw is Amir Khan. That's a glass jaw. That's a glass jaw.
COD says round one's boyfriend anyway has a glass jaw. Come on, Papi.
Listen. He hasn't asked me out on a date yet, but I would say yes. You know what I'm saying?
Melasa says Junto Nakatani will send Inoue to sleep out for the count.
Yo, I hope you guys all come back with that same energy and all
I'm
these
just
fucking
someone.
jokes.
Shout out to I'm just someone with the $5 super chat. He says Iron Man.
That's what I'm
Mel-
talking about. That's what Naoya anyways gonna do. Iron Man. He gonna Iron Man this punk. You know what I'm saying?
Melasa says Inoue knew how to stand up from the clip like he practiced before.
Like he practiced before. Shut up. Shut up. Y'all
He
some
says
haters. Y'all hate
AJ
on my Japanese dude. But I'm telling you, bro, this dude is the truth, man.
AJ
He's
has
the
a glass
truth.
jaw, says Melasa.
AJ don't have no glass jaw. Shut up.
And then I'm just someone says, Melasa, you're gonna get blasted by Iron Man. Oh
Take that,
shit.
Malasa. I'm a couple beams. I send them right to you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man. What else we got, Edwin? What else we got? We got yo, did you hear the little, I don't know how true it is, but the little back and forth between Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson?
um, I see that as just another case of two fighters keeping their name of relevant in the sport.
And
I've
then you
seen
got
it. I've seen this time and time again.
Robesi Ramirez. He signs with a new, I don't know who this is. Rise Boxing, Raizd Boxing. I don't know who I don't know if you ever heard of them, or
No.
I guess it's a new promotional company or whatever.
Yeah.
But
There's a couple guys getting new deals and signs. Jermaine Ortiz is one of them. And it's a good thing that these promoters and other guys don't give up on these fighters and put them in position. Jermaine Ortiz's promoter has stuck by him through thick and thin. And I like that. I like that. Not like that feeling that Ed Hearn gave me when no sooner he had worked with Subriel in one fight, he lost his belt and he turned his back on him. Same thing I felt like Liam Paro, but I understand this is a dog eat dog business and shit. So Robersi has been out of the ring since he lost the last time with Espinoza, where he complained about elbow fouls in the fight.
He
Uh,
just
Ro-
quit.
he quit. Yeah, he did. I'm
Hey, so
sorry.
it says here, Robesi Ramirez has officially ended his time as a free agent, signing with the newly formed. It's called Raised, Raizd,
Raised.
Raised
Okay.
Boxing, as he looks to rebuild his career following a difficult stretch. The two-time Olympian, gold medalist, and one of the most decorated amateurs of his generation captured the WBO featherweight title in 23 with a win over Isaac Dogby before
Right.
briefly establishing himself among the division's
Wow, I
top
forgot
names.
about him. Go
However,
ahead.
momentum shifted quickly. Ramirez lost his title last year to Rafael Espinoza and was stopped in their rematch in December 24, leaving him with a 14-3 record as he stepped away from top rank and entered free agency. This new market this new deal marks a reset. Raised Boxing is still in its early stages, with the first event scheduled for May 29th in Tashkent, Uzbekistan. While Ramirez has not yet been officially confirmed for that card, his signing immediately gives the promotion credibility and recognizable name to build around. For Ramirez, the move is less about immediate title contention and more about direction. At 32, he still has the pedigree, experience, and skill set to return to the top. But after the back to back setbacks, the priority now is activity and momentum. That's from Sky Sports.
Wow, that's interesting. Sky Sports being a Brit company out there on the British, and then where he's fighting. Did you hear the location where they're trying?
Uzbekistan.
Yeah, man, that's pretty interesting. And
And
then
then did you hear about Bivol Benavides and talks begin?
I'm not gonna entertain that until Bevo and everybody in Benavides and all that get past their fights. I'm not gonna play Turkey Al Sheik up here. I'm not doing that. I'm not going down that road, putting the cart before the. You're gonna make yourself sound foolish because how many times did Turkey say
well,
Dante
well,
Wilder's gonna fight AJ and then fucking
exactly. I
put
was
him
just gonna
against
say
Parker and put him against Zan and he fucking lose and we never end up getting the fight and we wasted all
exactly.
this time talking about a fight that these fighters have fighters in front of them first.
But here goes Turkey again. Exactly what you just said. Here goes Turkey
Yes.
again, putting up another fight card with a fighter that has an upcoming fight. It's like he's
Fight.
trying to put the jinx or the curse
Yo,
on
he
him.
did that. Listen, he did that even as close as fighters having as Bam Bam Rodriguez. Bam Bam Rodriguez was going into a fight to unify for his third title. Like literally a month and a half later, he already had him on another fight card. He was already predicting that he would win that and show up to this fight card. Turkey's famous for this. He thinks we're UFC fighters, bro.
I'm just someone says Hearns and Shakur shut those fight rumors down. But something is happening because I keep seeing that they're in negotiations. Well, here's the thing.
Eh,
Haney is now with Sufa, if I'm not
no.
mistaken.
I don't think
No?
I can't find anything that says he actually signed with no.
So
Only
here's
the
what I
fact
think.
that Tim Bradley say that stupid shit. That's it.
All right, well here's what I think about that whole bullshit with him signing to Sufa. I think that's Turkey using Devin Haney as a
Hmm.
promotional piece because he does have a 3 fight deal with Turkey. So
No,
since
no, not anymore.
what do you
I
mean not
think
anymore?
I think Devin's on his last fight with Turkey. If I'm doing my math correctly, we did break it down. Devin had allegedly. Now these are the. This is what we're going by. First of all, I don't really know that to be true that he had the complete 3 fight deal. Now I know that that's what was said. That's what all I have to go off of. So I'm going off of that. That's what I got. That's what. And according to my calculation, He's only fought twice.
Once.
No, twice. He fought twice. He fought under the Rolly card with Ryan
Ryan Garcia.
Garcia
Yep.
with Jose, and then he fought Brian Norman Jr. That's two.
Was that on a Riyadh card?
Yeah,
Or
but
was
that he was signed to because you got to
okay.
remember that if you're counting the 3 fight deal with Turkey, and you're counting it from the time that he hired his services in New York, where he blocked that off for the entire world and
Yep.
only for him and his rich friends, when the very next fight was Brian Norman Jr. So that has to be on your 3 fight deal. You only owe them one fight. That's I mean, I'm just doing it logically. I don't know if in between that time, Turkey said, you owe me 3 fights, but I'm allow you to go fight Brian Norman Jr. And that does not count for our fight deal. That much I don't know. If that was even possible, that Turkey would say, I'm gonna pay you $33 million between 3 fights. Basically, you're gonna make $11 million each fight. They gave him $11 million for fighting Jose. Allegedly, they gave him a little bit less for fighting Brian Norman Jr., and the rest of the money has to come on this fight. That's where I'm at. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
So
If
Melasa says, well, I'm just someone says Times Square and Brian Norman. One more. Melasa says he fought in ring one and ring five. And I'm just someone I don't think that I don't and Shakur is with Turkey too. I think ain't Shakur with Matchroom?
no, but no, wait, you guys are going too fast. Ain't Shakur with the
Eddie Hearn.
PBC?
No. He's not with PBC. Shakur used to be with Top Rank.
Yes,
And I
but
think
he only went. He remember when Shakur started going against Ed Hearn after that one fight, and then he went on that rant with the reporter, and Shakur was like, Ed Hearn, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I think Shakur is with Ed Hearn.
no, I don't think
And
so.
yeah, because he fought on the card you went. I think you went to it, the one where he fought
With
Cepeda.
William Cepeda, that was the one fight that I'm talking about. After that, it looks like they went on a fucking little rant against each other. Hold up, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look up who's Shakur Stevenson promoter, because I know one of his promoters has always been Jay Prince. And so he's actually signed to Jay Prince, and then Jay Prince co-affiliates with
Yeah,
some of the
no, I
top
just looked it up.
promoters.
I just looked it up. He signed to Eddie Hearn.
He's so okay, but he's actually really signed to Jay Prince, and then Jay Prince promotes him to Ed Hearn, just like Subried's promoter promoted him to Ed Hearn.
Right.
It's kind of like the same thing. Yes, in
I'm
fact.
just someone says Matchroom, but signed to the ring for 3 fights.
Okay,
Matchroom put on Shakur versus Tio. Um,
you're
wasn't that
right.
on a ring card as well
You're
though?
right. You're right. You're right. You're right. Yes, you are right. Whoever said that.
I'm just someone.
Okay, yeah. Thank you. Absolutely. I can look up Shakur right now myself and put him on myself. Um, but yeah,
He
yeah,
said Jay Prince is his manager.
his
Ed,
manager.
Ed is his promoter.
Well, you're fucking right again. You're right again. I can't argue that.
And
Jay
then he
Prince
just said,
actually is his promoter, and I overspoke.
"Damn,
Yes.
I'm just someone's on a roll. He's been right a lot." He just said Nagatani's gonna knock Inoue out, and you're right
Shut up.
again. I'm just someone. You're right again.
You know what I'm saying? See, that's where you were on a roll. You were on a roll. And then all of a sudden, you hit a wall. You hit a fucking wall. You were going so good. You were going so good. All right.
Yo,
Uh
I wish all facts would have read that comment that I wrote that day that I
nah,
was
you wouldn't
working.
have got me. You wouldn't got me. Nope.
If
You're
if
still convinced you would have got me. You wouldn't
if
got
I
me.
was on here,
You wasn't gonna get me. Stop
look,
it.
it would have went just like this.
It would have went like nothing.
It
You
went like
wouldn't
this. Look,
got
look.
shit.
Oh shit. Yo, Edwin, check
What?
your inbox. Check your inbox.
To what? Inbox where? To
Inoue
what's
pulls
up?
out the fight because he can't make weight.
Shut up.
You see how I just got you? You see how I just got you?
Shut
That's how I
up.
would have got you. That's how I would have got you. I would have got you.
Shut up. Lies. Lies.
Yo, that shit would have been funny as hell. You would have crashed out for real.
It's not his style. That's not his style. That
He
is
couldn't
not
make
his
weight.
style. He can't make
Vacates his
weight.
belts
He's
and
a
moves up to
professional. He is a
26.
professional. Stop spewing lies.
Vacates his belts and moves up to 26. You would have lost your shit.
He snitched on Frontline.
Yeah, yeah. Nah. You know why? Because all facts, he read it the way I wrote it. That's why.
Yeah.
All facts is my man's.
Shit, listen. I look, man, I think it's gonna be a great fight, man. We got a lot of great fights to like really like, you know, to look over and stuff. And I'm glad that we're getting these two monsters on May 2nd. You know, the boxing kind of like took a little divot like it normally does, and it's going to come right back up. And we have a lot of amazing fights. I mean, that whole Jaime Munguia Rezendi fight should be a banger by itself. The main event there, obviously, David the Monster Benavides with Zurdo.
And even the Oscar Duarte is going to be a fucking
Oh my
fight to
God,
watch out
man. I
for.
think Oscar Duarte is going to give this guy the ass whooping Richard Hitchens should have gotten. I really do. He's going to take it out on him. I really do. I really believe that way. Mm. And we just got a lot of great fights. Um, unfortunately, yeah, I'm not going to get up for the Sky fight, against Mariah there, but I'm
That's
going to check
tonight.
it out. And I
Well,
will
tomorrow
give
morning.
you, I will give you, I will watch the fight without a doubt. And I'm going to give you my breakdown on there. There's a lot of other little fights, guys making their names and coming up to that fights that I'm going to be checking out. Um, so it's very interesting, very interesting. And you got Naoya Inoue's kid brother also fighting on this fight card too.
Yeah, he's a
And
co-main.
and that fight right there is a tough fight. The last not the last three times. This last one I picked against Naoya Inoue's kid brother. I'm not always picking Naoya Inoue's kid brother's side. One thing he does have is good skill. He just doesn't have the punch placement and the timing and the power his older brother has. But I'm telling you, if you were to blindfold yourself and then just turn them two around and watch them, you probably wouldn't tell them apart. But on fight night, that's when you can notice Naoya Inoue from his younger brother Takuma, right? Takuma is not as efficient as a striker and as a puncher as his older brother, unfortunately. In this fight, I actually think Takuma is in for a real tough fight. He is. He's in for a tough fight against this guy. If I could properly say his name, I would, but I know who he's fighting very well. Um, and I think that
It's
he's going to
Kazuto Ioka. Kazuto Ioka.
Ioka. Say it,
Ioka. Ioka.
Ioka. Right. Okay, him. I know about him. I know about, his fighting style. I think that Takuma, in a way, he definitely has the skills to try to nullify him, and he can box with him all day. He can box with him. Whether or not Yaoka can walk through Naoya Inoue's kid brother, Takuma, because he doesn't have that kind of pop that can discourage a fighter. He's always in a fight. He's always in a boxing match. Takuma. So because of that, it makes that fight very interesting. So those Japanese fighters on that card in Japan in front of 60,000 fans are going to definitely come out and give Japanese boxing, they're gonna really come out and show out, and I really believe that. So and then on to the night fight card with David the Monster Benavidez. And also remember what I said about both monsters. Remember what I said. Who is gonna claim the name and who is the real monster? Is it Naoya Inoue, the Japanese sensation, or is it and the new Mexican superstar David the Monster Benavidez? And can he hold that Mexican torch? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, that torch is heavy. After
Or
after what Saul did with it, David, let me tell you, whatever Mexican fighter thinks they can pick up that torch after Saul Canelo Alvarez, show me. Show me you can do
or
that.
or is Junto the new monster?
That's the thing. I mean, Junto's not gonna take his name, but he would definitely deflate the monster now, wouldn't he? He would say he's not a monster. He's more like a fucking, you know, like a little monster, like But and then if David the Monster Benavidez was to beat what we consider one of his toughest challenges, it would definitely solidify him as the monster now, wouldn't it? So when we play these games in boxing to try to motivate or hype up the fight, this is one of the things. Two guys are fighting with the same nickname, and they're just gonna say, "Will the real Eminem please stand up?" That's what they're gonna say.
Mark says Tacoma fell short in the gene pool. Shingo passed most to Naoya. Less power, skill, speed, and shorter
And
arms.
listen, when
He only
Shingo,
got height over Naoya.
when he was making Naoya anyway, he was like, "All the power," and he was slacking with.
What's that
But
called?
he
Hey, and
was he
then
was slacking, yo. That's
Dogman
crazy. That's
says
crazy.
Nakatani by knockout. The monster's going to run into something like always.
Like always. God, why you
Yeah,
guys?
like when Neri, like he ran into Neri, he ran into Caldenas. I mean, you want me to keep going?
I mean, when David the Monster Benavidez got knocked down twice throughout his career too, like he always runs into those shots. Like really, like is that where we're going?
But why you bringing up Ocean? We're not talking
No,
about
no,
bringing it.
you
We're,
see, you
no,
see, you see, you
you
see.
almost
When the
said
shoe is on
something.
the other foot,
We're
when
talking
the
about
shoe is
Inoue
on the
here.
other foot, you don't want to talk about it.
We're talking
You,
about Inoue. We're not talking about David
why
DeMonte
you bringing up
Benavidez.
old shit? Why you bringing up old shit? You know what I'm saying? That shit is done past. I don't.
Nakatani by knockout. The monster is going to run into something like always.
He ain't going nowhere. The only thing he's gonna run into, like always, is a victory. I get it. I understand. And I'm with you on that one. Yeah,
I
you're right.
I
You
agree
know,
with you. He's gonna run the whole
to
fight
victory, to
away
victory.
from Nakatani.
Yes,
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 he's gonna
to
run
victory.
from Nakatani. I agree with you.
Listen. It's bad enough that I haven't ate my tacos yet, and it's Taco Tuesdays in my house, and they're downstairs. So I'm gonna cut this live stream short. And the shit talking is getting really deep right here. So, like, I didn't bring my shit talking boots. All I did is brought my Iron Hand Man helmet. So I'm about to cut this live stream and go. Let's go, Monster. My man, someone that has sense that finally came into the chat because apparently Frontline got you guys all corrupted. But I'm gonna have the last laugh. I guarantee you, May 2nd. And May 2nd, my time and my moment will come when
Hey
Naoya Inoue
guys,
takes his
tune
biggest
in.
challenge
Tune in
and
May
whoops his
2nd
ass.
for the live Junto Nakatani versus Naoya Inoue so we can get a live reaction of a Kevin Hart impersonation when Naoya Inoue gets knocked out. We're going to hear the best Kevin Hart impersonation where
Listen,
Edwin is gonna be
one
like,
more time for you
no,
guys before
no,
I cut
no.
off my live, because Frontline obviously is delusional. Wait a minute, wait. Jarvis, open up helmet. Open mask. Jarvis, open mask. Okay, one more time for you guys to see it before I head on out, because apparently Frontline is delusional. But you know what? I'm not delusional. You know what I'm saying? And to my grandson out there, you know what I'm saying? You found out your grandfather is, in fact, Iron Man. You know what I'm saying? I am a superhero. You know, it is what it is. But for Frontline out there, for all you suckers that think Junto is going to beat Naoya Inoue, hey, Jarvis, close helmet. No, wait. That's not the words. That's not the words. I'm glad you didn't do that. Close mask. Oh, yeah. Hey, Jarvis. Yo, Jarvis, activate combat mode. Oh, what? How's it? How do you say it? How do you say it? Start combat mode.
I think Iron Man
Oh!
needs a
Hey,
Snicker
Jarvis,
bar. Iron
turn
Man
on
hungry
that
right now.
control. Oh!
Iron Man is hungry.
Junto's going down. He's going down, sucker. You know why? Because Iron Man said so. Yo, tune in here May 2nd. Junto Nakatani versus Naoya Inoue. Junto, you better come ready. You better come because we outside with it. We
Hey,
outside. Jarvis,
Dogman says, don't
open
forget what
left.
happened to Iron Man in the last movie.
We outside with it. Yo, fight fans, this shit does not get old. Listen, fight fans, thank you for tuning in. Do me a favor. Don't forget to hit that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel. Yo, Frontline, you are my man, bro. I dropped my headphones out of my head so I can't hear you. It's always a pleasure for you guys coming on, Frontline. But I will see you guys on the next one after this one here at Round One Sports Talk. Yo, Iron Man's job is never done. I'm out here fighting, cleaning up these boxing streets from all this fake shit that be going on. Junto, you're going down, punk. Yo, love you guys. Love
Yo, good night,
yourselves.
y'all.
And I'm out. Jarvis, open up the suit. Yeah, that's just. Yo, I'm not going to go downstairs and wear the helmet and eat my tacos. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. You're damn right I'm doing it. Yo, I gotta go, guys. I'm gonna go run around my house shooting shit right now. I got things to do. I gotta go solve crimes and shit. There's probably crimes going on out there right now. The city needs me. I gotta go. Peace.